Chapter 303. Xiao Han was shocked when he found out that the birthday gift that these demon emperors had schemed and risked their lives to give to Yan Lang was actually an ancient giant on the demon warrior ranking of the human race. Xiao Han would not be surprised if they gave him medicinal herbs, natural treasures, peerless martial arts manuals, or even treasure maps or beautiful women. Now, they were going to give a demon warrior to Yan Lang. However, it made sense. Yan Lang probably hated the human race so much that he forgot to eat and sleep to develop all kinds of elixirs to help the demon race rise. In that case, giving some demon warriors to Yan Lang to be tortured and humiliated was not a bad idea. Although this was a bit too heavy, maybe Yan Langshan would like it. It doesn't matter. My goal is to go around the fortress and enter the demon metropolis. That's all. Xiao Han thought for a while and immediately said. After we kidnap the ancient giant Shangguan Wudi, how are we going to take him across the fortress and return to the demon metropolis? Are we going to rush over there directly? Ha! Silver-masked demon emperor, you don't have to worry about this. We came prepared. All the details have been deliberated over repeatedly. There won't be any mistakes when it comes to the last minute. The flame demon emperor shook his right hand and a yellow talisman appeared in his hand. It was the size of a palm. There were many demon characters on it, forming a formation. Pure demon chi flowed on the surface of the talisman. This demon talisman has the spatial coordinates of a certain place in the demon metropolis. When I use the demon fire to burn the demon talisman, a space teleportation vortex with a radius of 20 feet will be created. This space teleportation vortex can last for 10 breaths. In other words, after we succeed, we will gather within a range of 20 feet. After 10 breaths, we can teleport to the demon metropolis smoothly. In order to get this demon talisman, I almost gave up everything. Therefore, when the time comes, I must be the first to choose the precious medicine that Master Yan Lang will give me. The rest will be divided among you. However, don't worry. As long as we hand Shangguan Wudi over to Master Yan Lang, there will be no shortage of precious medicine. We will all have a share. There's a talisman that can teleport us directly to the demon metropolis? Xiao Han was surprised. That's great. Don't worry, I just happened to be here today and didn't participate in the planning and preparation of this operation. Therefore, I'll be the last to share the precious medicine. After you eat the meat, just leave some soup for me to drink. Hearing Xiao Han's words, the demon emperors nodded in satisfaction. However, Xiao Han secretly glanced at the demon talisman in the flame demon emperor's hand, and the killing intent in his heart stirred slightly. As long as I make a move and kill this flame demon emperor, I'll be able to reach the demon metropolis smoothly after I snatch this demon talisman. However, Xiao Han did not plan to take the risk. After all, Xiao Han wasn't confident that he could deal with 7 ferocious high-level demon emperors at the same time. Moreover, once the battle started, the demon chi would fluctuate wildly, and the demon heroes in the fortress would definitely come out in full force. At that moment, the flame demon emperor put away the demon talisman and said solemnly, I'm here to distribute the resources. When we make our move, I, the evil wind demon emperor, the meteorite demon emperor, and the silver masked demon emperor will be in charge of attacking the team that is escorting Shangguan Wudi. The remaining 3 will be in charge of snatching Shangguan Wudi. Is everyone okay with that? I'm in charge of attacking? Xiao Han was stunned. The demon emperor disguised as a young man in white was the evil wind demon emperor, and he looked at Xiao Han coldly. What? Silver masked demon emperor, are you afraid? Haven't you killed a lot of demon heroes? Your natal demon technique should be focused on attacking, right? Okay, I'll be in charge of attacking. That's fine. Xiao Han smiled. Then it's decided. After we succeed, everyone come close to me, and I'll burn the demon talisman to activate the space teleportation so that we can all be teleported back to the demon metropolis safely, the flame demon emperor ordered. Alright, everyone rest up and build up your strength. Shangguan Wudi will be escorted out of the fortress tomorrow morning. At that time, we'll seize the opportunity to attack when the great emperor attracts the firepower of the fortress. After the few demon emperors finished their discussion, they returned to the inn in the small town. Xiao Han lay on the warm and fragrant quilt in the room of the inn with his hands on the pillow. He looked at the ceiling in the dark and muttered to himself, Yunrong, don't worry. I'll definitely enter the demon metropolis, find Yan Lang and get the antidote for you. Moreover, I, Xiao Han, will also take advantage of this dangerous situation to improve my combat power as much as possible. If those 7 demon sovereigns are all slaughtered by me and their demon emperor crystals are plundered by me, my demonic strength and demonic technique will definitely improve by a few levels. Forget it, let's not act rashly first. I still need to use them to sneak into the demon capital. In another room of the inn, the 7 demon emperors, led by the flame demon emperor, gathered in the room and chatted with each other. Strangely, when they were conversing, they did not speak the human language, but an obscure and profound language. This language was extremely ancient and mysterious, like the mother tongue of some ancient creature. It was the language of the demon clan. However, the ancient demon language was usually mastered by the nobles of the demon race. The low-level demons did not inherit this language in their memory. They learned it after they learned it. Moreover, the ancient demon language was very difficult to learn. Therefore, the low-level demons usually did not speak the mother tongue of the demon race as smoothly as the human language. Instead, it was very difficult. In most cases, the low-level demons still used the human language to communicate. It was rare for them to speak the mother tongue of the demon race. If a demon could speak the mother tongue of the demon race smoothly and naturally, then it could be concluded that it was a high-level demon, a true noble among the demon race. Flame Demon Emperor. Flame Demon Emperor. What do you think about the silver-masked demon emperor? The demon emperor, who was disguised as a white-clothed young man, asked in the demon language with a stutter. He's indeed the same kind of demon. There's no doubt about it. The flame demon emperor was also not fluent in the demon language. He was also stuttering. However, this fellow is very mysterious. The demonic chi in his body is very chaotic, so I can't see through his strength or see his demon emperor crystal. This fellow can only be used, not trusted. When we take action tomorrow, I'll put him in charge of the attack, which means that he'll be the cannon fodder. Yes, that should be the case. This fellow is extremely stupid. How dare he dream of getting a share of the loot? Ah, he's courting death. However, I can vaguely feel that there seems to be something in this fellow's body that's very attractive to me. Yes, we can feel it too. He might be carrying some precious demon treasure with him. The flame demon emperor waved his hand. Don't act rashly now. We'll wait for the opportunity to take action tomorrow. In this way, I'll keep an eye on that fellow and find a chance to kill him, and get the secret in his body. At the fortress, in a room that was as warm as spring, 3 young men were holding wine glasses and sitting on soft animal skin chairs. They were enjoying the wine and chatting casually at the same time. The leader of the 3 young men was not very old. He seemed to be around 27 or 28 years old. However, his eyes were filled with the feeling of time flowing like water and singing like a song. He looked very desolate and simple. He looked gentle, but his temperament was extraordinary. His face was angular, and his aura occasionally gave people a feeling that he was a god who had descended to the mortal world. His eyes could attract countless rays of light. Even when he was sitting, his back seemed to be straight. It was as if there was a long spear or a sharp sword in his body that could pierce through the sky. His whole body seemed to be able to support the sky. The aura on his body made people want to prostrate themselves on the ground and worship him. Runes flickered in his eyes as if they could explode at any moment. This person was the ancient giant who had once kidnapped Xiao Han in the heavenly dragon empire of the great wilderness, Li Fanming. Li Fanming's aura was as strong as the sea. The other 2 young men were almost on par with him. One of them was an ordinary-looking young man dressed in coarse hemp clothing. He had an ancient charm about him, and strands of true energy flowed out of his body, transforming into dragon, tiger, and crane magical symbols. They grew and multiplied endlessly, and were indestructible and indestructible. The other young man had a jade-like face and wore an apricot yellow robe. He was handsome, and his whole body seemed to be bathed in a golden glow. Runes flourished, and his aura was like that of a god. 2 beams of divine light shot out from his eyes. His pupils suddenly lit up like stars, and they seemed to be able to see through everything. Just this gaze alone contained a majestic aura like that of ancient myths and epics. It was as if a god was born from his gaze and could steal anyone's mind. These 3 people were the ancient giants on the human clan's monster warrior ranking. Each of them was a legend. If they walked into the mortal world, they would be regarded as living gods. The ancient giants of the human clan's monster warrior ranking were also existences that were difficult to kill. Each of them had killed countless living beings of the demon clan. Big Brother Li, the 3 of us have been sent to escort the ancient giant Shangguan Wudi back to the monster warrior tower. This task is quite easy. However, we won't be able to earn much contribution points. Just treat it as killing time. The young man in the apricot yellow robe said with a smile. Killing time? Some time ago, I was at the border of the northern region and absorbed a portion of 9 Yang True Qi. I'm preparing to go into seclusion to nurture the true talismans and break through to the next realm. But now I'm sent here for an escort task. This is ridiculous. Li Fanming said indignantly. This escort task can be completed by just sending a few monster warriors. Why do we have to participate in it? It's only a few days' journey from the fortress to the monster warrior tower. Moreover, it's impossible for any demon clan to snatch him away. Shengguan Wudi is a cripple. Sooner or later, he will become a monster that is neither human nor demon. Who would want to snatch him away? Moreover, I know that no one can resolve the demonic qi in Shengguan Wudi's body. That demonic qi has already merged with his bodily functions. Even the Tower Master can't resolve it. Moreover, even the Xianming Demon Emperor who injected the demonic qi into Shengguan Wudi's body can't resolve it. Shengguan Wudi can be considered as a cripple. He might be killed by the higher-ups of the Monster Warrior Tower. Ah, Big Brother Li, why are you so resentful? The young man in the sackcloth shook his head and laughed. Just a few days. A few days? Li Fanming sneered. There are only a few years left before the 10-year Holy War. Many monster warriors are working hard to get a better ranking in this 10-year Holy War. Don't you want to? In these few years you can't slack off even for a minute and a second. Wasting precious cultivation time for such a trivial matter. Just thinking about it makes me feel aggrieved. You can't say that, Big Brother Li. I heard that Shengguan Wudi once taught you the cultivation of true qi. Now that Shengguan Wudi is in trouble, it's not a big deal for you to protect him. Shengguan Wudi is an all-powerful giant and our childhood idol. Big Brother Li, I'm afraid it's not appropriate for you to say that. The young man with a jade-like face said with slight dissatisfaction. What did he teach me about true qi? All he did was spout a few words. I, Li Fanming, have achieved what I have today by relying on great wisdom, perseverance, and fortuitous encounters. It has nothing to do with others, Li Fanming said coldly. Moreover, Shengguan Wudi is already crippled. It doesn't matter how glorious and illustrious he was in the past. What's important is that he can no longer contribute to the human race and kill demons. Moreover, the demonic qi in his body is a source of trouble. If we don't get rid of him as soon as possible, he will become a crazy monster and bring disaster to the world sooner or later. Li Fanming, you're too mean. Hearing that, the young man in the apricot yellow robe looked displeased. All right, don't quarrel. The young man in the sackcloth hurriedly tried to smooth things over and change the topic. By the way, Big Brother Li Fanming, I heard that you have some grudges with the most popular devil hero recently, Xiaohan. What's going on? Xiaohan? That brat dared to kill my people. He's an idiot who deserves to die 1,000 times. Don't be fooled by his glory now, it won't last long. Li Fanming's eyes were spitting fire at the mention of Xiaohan. The young man in the apricot yellow robe seemed to be deliberately bickering with Li Fanming. Big Brother Li, I don't think so. As far as I know, Xiaohan has already obtained the 1650th position on the Devil Hero ranking. He only obtained this ranking after defeating the Emperor of Deyo, the Thousand Sword Gentleman, and even Ying Zhantian. Needless to say, the Emperor of Deyo and the Thousand Sword Gentleman have limited talent and are all mediocre. But as for Ying Zhantian, we all know that if it wasn't for the serious injury suffered by the predecessor 20 years ago, he could have entered the ranks of the ancient giants, right? He's not much weaker than us. How old is Xiaohan? He's only in his early 20s and he can already defeat Ying Zhantian. If he isn't a monster, who is? In my opinion, in the future, Xiaohan will definitely become a great figure whose name will shake the world. What do you know? Li Fanming laughed sinisterly. Have you seen Xiaohan in person? You're just following the crowd. Let me tell you, Xiaohan is just a small fry. He had some fortuitous encounters and then went around, thinking that he's extraordinary. In fact, his main combat strength is his physical body and his demonic techniques. His true qi cultivation was a complete mess. No matter how strong his physical body is, how strong can it be? As for demonic techniques? That's even more evil. If this goes on, Xiaohan will definitely go astray and there's no way to clean up this mess. Just wait and see. As he spoke, Li Fanming squeezed his right hand. The true talisman in his palm flashed and exploded a mass of air. It was as if the mass of air was Xiaohan. Yes, and Xiaohan wasn't a famous person in the past. He suddenly had a fortuitous encounter and exploded. How old is he? He dared to offend Big Brother Li Fanming. He's just a nouveau riche. The next time I see Xiaohan, I'll definitely teach him a lesson and let him know how to behave. The young man in coarse hemp clothing smiled. All right, let's all rest. Tomorrow morning we'll escort Shengguan Wudi back to the Devil Hero Tower. Li Fanming stood up. To be continued. Chapter 304. When the first ray of light slowly rose from the horizon, The entire fortress was bathed in the brilliant morning light, making the black fortress look like it was plated with a layer of gold. At this moment, a group of carriages and horses appeared under the fortress. More than 100 fiends were guarding a prison cart. Each and every one of them was in the 4th or 5th level of true chi. Their auras were extremely steady, and their eyes shone with the sharpness of someone who had been through hundreds of battles and tempered into steel. The 3 monsters at the front were even more majestic. Their bodies were bathed in golden light, making them look like gods who were holding flowers in their hands. They were the 3 ancient giants with Li Fanming as their leader. Inside the prison carriage, Shangguan Wudi, who was unkempt, was locked up in the prison carriage. The prison carriage was made of densely packed copper pillars, and each pillar was covered with talismans. The talisman emitted a high-quality Jin Qi, which shone brilliantly, forming a strange light screen. Divine lights and precious clouds lingered around it, sealing Shangguan Wudi inside the prison cart, making him unable to break free. Moreover, Shangguan Wudi's body was wrapped in thick iron chains, which were also surging with thunderbolts. Shangguan Wudi's muscular body was hunched, and his entire body was shaking violently. Wisps of spirit creature power surged out from his pores, letting out shrill howls and wails. However, none of the spirit creature power could break the light screen emitted by all the runes stuck on the pillars of the prison cart. Arg! Damn it, let me out. Let me go. You want to go back to the demon tower? Let me go, I'll go back myself. Shangguan Wudi's voice was extremely hoarse, filled with rage and madness. His facial muscles were contorted, and an incomparably powerful battle intent was emitted from his body. Waves of true chi rippled out from his body like a tide. However, along with the true chi, there was also the strong ancient demon chi that kept corroding and polluting. Senior Wudi, don't worry. We will definitely escort you back to the Demon Hero Tower safely. The young man in apricot clothes among the 3 ancient giants hurried to comfort him. Senior Wudi, you're not feeling well. Just rest. With our escort. When you return to the Yaoxiao Pagoda, the higher-ups will refine the ancient demonic chi in your body so that you can regain your strength. You were my idol when I was a child and I was able to escort you, Senior Invincible. It's also my good fortune. If you need anything along the way, just let me know. What do I need? Yes, I have a request. Let me out. Okay. Good young man, I see that your innate talent is not bad. You are at the talisman transformation realm, right? Not bad, not bad. Shangguan Wudi's eyes shone brightly. It was as if he wanted to see through the young man in the apricot yellow robe. Oh. You have opened 63 true acupoints and cleansed the true talisman 3 times. The quality of your true talisman is just SOSO. How about this? Release me and tear the seal on the iron cage. As soon as I come out, I'll help you cleanse the impurities on your talismans, causing your acupoints to explode one after another, increasing the quality of your Jinchi by 100 times. I'll save you a few cycles of cultivation. What do you think? I might as well impart some of my true chi divine arts to you and let you inherit my legacy. That's not impossible. Let me go, and I'll let you ascend to the heavens in a single step. Shangguan Wudi's neck twitched as he incited the young man. Senior Wudi, I don't dare. The young man in the apricot yellow robe took a step back in fear. Senior, you're not feeling well now. Just go back to the Demon Hero Pagoda. When you've recovered, you'll be free to go wherever you want and no one will be able to stop you. F***ck off. Shangguan Wudi was so ashamed that he became angry after being rejected. He cursed loudly. He had been affected by the demonic chi for a long time, and his mind had been polluted. He had become mad, irritable, and perverse. Senior Shangguan Wudi, behave yourself. Li Fanming sneered. Don't make a fuss. If everything goes smoothly, it'll be good for both you and us. I also hope that Senior Shangguan Wudi can get rid of the demonic chi in your body as soon as possible. That, to regain your masculinity. Oh. Shangguan Wudi squinted at Li Fanming. It's you? What's your name again? Li something. That's right, I remember you. You were only at the 5th level of true chi. I gave you a few pointers. Oh, you're doing well now. You've opened your acupoints? And you've even turned them into talismans? Interesting. You've become a minor tycoon, haven't you? Come on, let me out. I'll give you a few pointers so that you can improve further. I see that you've been stuck at the 64th true acupoint for a long time, right? You still can't open the 65th true acupoint? With your aptitude, it's quite difficult. How about this? Let me out and I'll immediately help you increase your cultivation level. Hearing Shangguan Wudi's words, a strange expression flashed across Li Fanming's eyes. However, it was only for a moment. He sneered and said, "Senior Shangguan Wudi, you better take care of yourself. Ah, you're like a clay bodhisattva crossing the river. You still want to help us increase our cultivation level? F*ck off. F*ck off. You ungrateful little bastard. Get lost. I'm getting annoyed just by looking at you." Shangguan Wudi roared. "With your aptitude, you'll be stuck at the talisman transformation realm for the rest of your life. You'll never be able to enter the 8th level of true Qi, the formation talisman realm. You're still quite conceited. Tsk. You're nothing but trash." F*ck. Li Fanming roared in a low voice. He wanted to flare up, but he forcefully restrained himself. Right at this moment, a light voice sounded out from within the fort, causing one to feel as if they were bathing in the spring breeze. "Big brother Shangguan, you can return to the Yaoxiao Pagoda with peace of mind. This little brother is overseeing the fort, so it's inconvenient for me to send you off. Have a safe journey. When the higher-ups of the Yaoxiao Pagoda make a move and help Big Brother suppress the demonic qi in your body, the two of us brothers will catch up on the day Big Brother returns to the fort." After pausing for a moment, the voice spoke again. "Li Fanming, Yun Zhongzi, Ji Xiaofeng, I'll have to trouble the three of you to escort my big brother Shangguan back to the Yaoxiao Pagoda. Ever since Big Brother Shangguan fell ill, he would return to the Yaoxiao Pagoda once every year. Many years have passed and nothing had ever gone wrong. It's always been a smooth journey. I don't think any accidents will happen this time. Even if there are any twists and turns, I'll be able to see through it with my soul sense and take action in time. Well, you guys can set off now. Come back early." "Yes, Senior Lung." Li Fanming and the other two powerhouses bowed respectfully. In the next moment, the escort team, which was made up of hundreds of ordinary demon warriors and 3 powerhouses, surrounded the prisoner carriage and set off from the fort. They returned all the way to the Yaoxiao Pagoda. Along the way, Shangguan Wudi cursed and roared at the sky. From time to time, the demonic qi on his body would roar wildly, trying to break the light screen that sealed him. However, he could not break free. He did not stop. In the town. In a restaurant. Xiao Han and the 7 demon emperors were sitting by the window of the restaurant. "Everyone, this is the path that the escort team must take. We'll guard here, and I think the escort team will arrive at the town soon. After that, we'll catch up with them and wait for an opportunity to take action." The flame demon emperor lowered his voice and ordered, "Don't worry everyone. The treasure medicine that we took was developed by Master Yen Lang. Can be said to be flawless. The powerhouses among the human demon warriors will definitely not be able to detect our demonic qi. Even if we follow behind them and are discovered by them, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. In their eyes, our aura is just that of an ordinary person. We won't attract their attention." After thinking for a while, the flame demon emperor flipped his right hand. A red pill appeared in his palm, which was spinning, and he handed it to Xiao Han. "Silver Mask Demon Emperor, the quality of the treasure medicine that you took to shield your demonic qi is a little inferior. Although it can probably hide from the powerhouses, it's better to be safe. The quality of this treasure medicine is better than the one you took. Take it and it'll be foolproof." "Oh." Xiao Han took the pill from the flame demon emperor's hand. With a thought, he released a little demonic qi into the treasure medicine. As soon as the demonic qi entered the treasure medicine, it disappeared without a trace. "Well, the quality of this treasure medicine is really amazing." Xiao Han nodded. To identify the quality of the treasure medicine that could shield the demonic qi, he only needed to release a little demonic qi into it and see the state of the demonic qi when it entered the treasure medicine. Moreover, Xiao Han could also tell that the pill that the Flame Demon Emperor gave him was not poison. It was indeed a treasure medicine that could shield the demonic qi. Xiao Han took the treasure medicine. In an instant, the efficacy of the medicine spread, and Xiao Han felt that all the demonic qi in his body had contracted again. It was completely condensed in his internal organs and not a trace of it leaked out. As a result, no demonic qi fluctuations could be detected in the pores and cells of his body. Good. It's indeed better than the treasure medicine that I took. Now, even if I walk around in front of the powerhouses of the human demon warriors, they won't be able to see through my real body. Xiao Han was also delighted. Remember, Silver Masked Demon Emperor, when we take action, you're mainly responsible for attacking the team of demon warriors who are escorting Shangguan Wudi. The evil Wind Demon Emperor, who was disguised as a young man in white, looked at Xiao Han indifferently. You have to contribute. Only then will you be qualified to share the credit. Do you understand? Hey, of course. Xiao Han smiled faintly. However, at this moment Xiao Han also felt a little hesitant. You want me to take the initiative to attack the demon warriors and I have to go all out? I, Xiaohan, am a righteous demon warrior and now I actually have to attack my own kind. At this moment, they're coming. The flame demon emperor growled. Xiaohan and the other demon emperors looked out at the same time. They saw that in the sky above the town, a group of people was indeed escorting a prison carriage. They were flying in the air and flying out of the town. Xiaohan saw that the surface of the prison carriage was covered with seal runes, forming a layer of light that enveloped a sloppy man with fluffy hair in the prison carriage. The man's aura was like that of a god, but there was constantly evil demonic chi fluctuating in the cells of his body, which seemed to be extremely contradictory. Although the escort team was flying in the air, they were flying at a relatively slow speed. It seemed that they had to ensure the stability of the prison carriage so that the runes on the prison carriage could not be shaken. Xiaohan could also see that once the seal runes on the prison carriage fell, Shangguan Wudi, who was in the prison carriage, would break free and things would get out of hand. Is that Shangguan Wudi? As expected, his aura was as deep as the ocean. Don't be fooled by his messy appearance. In fact, on the surface of his body, there were many halos of light surrounding him. They were illusory and overflowing with celestial aura. Even though I was far away from him, I could smell the fragrance of a celestial realm. He really deserves to be a giant on the demon warrior ranking. This kind of person can dominate the world and suppress ghosts and gods, which almost means that he is invincible. However, from time to time, there is a terrifying demonic chi coming out of his body, which suppresses his true chi. Xiaohan also secretly evaluated. Right at this moment, Xiaohan's gaze swept across the crowd, and he saw the person leading the group escorting Shangguan Wudi. He was wearing a green robe and he had his head held high. His entire body was emitting an aura as if he was in control of everything, as if he was the master of the entire situation. Li Fanming. Damn it, it's him. Xiaohan was suddenly filled with anger. In his mind, all kinds of oppression, betrayal, and all kinds of humiliation that Li Fanming had given him in the Sky Dragon Empire of the Great Wilderness appeared in his mind. A ferocious killing intent grew in Xiaohan's heart, and he couldn't help but stare at Li Fanming. He couldn't wait to rush up and kill him and take revenge. However, Li Fanming, who was in the sky far away, seemed to have sensed Xiaohan's gaze and looked over. At the same time, Xiaohan also had a subtle feeling in his heart. He quickly dodged and jumped behind the wall beside the window so that Li Fanming wouldn't see him. Li Fanming looked at the window of the hotel and glanced around, but he didn't find anything strange. The corner of his mouth curled up indifferently, and then he looked straight ahead. Soon the escort team passed the town. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, what are you doing? Flame Demon Emperor looked at Xiaohan, who was acting strangely. Oh, there is a demon warrior in the escort team. I know him. He is an ancient giant and I have fought with him before. Xiaohan said calmly. I see. It doesn't matter. Let's attack together later and kill that ancient giant. I have seen it clearly. There are a total of 3 ancient giants in the True Chi Talisman realm. The rest are all weak. Alright, get ready to attack. Flame Demon Emperor stood up. Chapter 305. Li Fanming, Yun Zhongzi, and Ji Xiaofeng, the 3 great heroes of the human clan, led hundreds of ordinary great heroes to guard Shangguan Wudi, who was imprisoned in the prison wagon. They flew over the town and headed straight for the Yaoxia domain. The speed of the escort team was not fast. It would probably take them a few days to reach the Yaoxia pagoda. The residents of the town seemed to be used to this scene. Xiaohan quietly approached the manager of the restaurant and pretended to ask. A team of great heroes of the human clan? More than 100 evil heroes are escorting a prison carriage. This is truly a rare sight. The manager smiled awkwardly. Lord, it's nothing. Let this lowly one tell you, the person in the carriage is an incredible person, the Lord Shangguan Wudi of the ancient times. It was said that Master Shangguan Wudi was seriously ill. Although he lived in the fortress, he would be escorted by a group of chivalrous heroes to the chivalrous pagoda every year. After a few days he would be sent back to the fortress untouched. In the beginning, everyone in our small town would gather to watch. However, as time went by and year after year, people started to get used to it. Oh. Xiaohan nodded. Brother Silver, let's go. The Flame Demon Emperor winked at Xiaohan and then led the other demon emperors out of the restaurant. Xiaohan followed closely behind him. Xiaohan and the 7 demon emperors left the restaurant together and walked out of the town quickly. There was only one road out of the town that led directly to the Yaoxia domain. Xiaohan and the 7 demon emperors started running. They chased after the escort team led by Li Fanming with large strides. They are very slow. The demon emperor disguised as a green-clothed girl said. Her name was Demon Emperor Louis. She was very good at tracking. At this moment, a dark green demonic light flashed in her bright and beautiful eyes as she said with great confidence. They are only dozens of miles away from us. Once we attack, we can kill them in an instant. All right, the situation is clear now, said the Flame Demon Emperor as he walked. The 3 Talisman Transformation Realm demon heroes are the most troublesome. How about this? I'll deal with one of them personally. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, your attack power seems to be quite good. You can pick one of them as well. As for the remaining one, the Evil Wind Demon Emperor and the Meteorite Demon Emperor will attack it together. Remember, you must deal a fatal blow. Strike out with your strongest demonic technique at once, and use it against the unsuspecting. One fatal blow. Xiao Han's eyes moved. All right. I chose one of them, a Talisman Transformation Realm swordsman dressed in green. This person was called Li Fanming. He's ranked within the top 1,000 on the Human Clan's Monster Warrior ranking. He's a true powerhouse throughout the ages and has a great reputation. He used to have some enmity with me. I'll take this opportunity to kill him. As a human hero, Xiao Han couldn't bear to kill his own kind that he had no enmity with. However, it was a different story when it came to Li Fanming. This person had a deep grudge against Xiao Han. Even if Xiao Han did not cause trouble for Li Fanming would not let Xiao Han go. Xiao Han did not have any psychological barriers when he attacked Li Fanming. Ah. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, you're really good at choosing. That cyan-clothed powerhouse, Li Fanming, is the one with the strongest aura among the 3 powerhouses. Great. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, you're really brave. No wonder you're a ruthless person who's wanted by the Human Clan's Monster Warrior realm. The Evil Wind Demon Emperor laughed. The powerhouses of the Human Clan are each more difficult to deal with than the other. They've all cultivated the invincible True Chi Divine technique and have been through hundreds of battles. Although it's a sneak attack, it's difficult to kill them in one fell swoop. Therefore, the other 4 have to snatch him as soon as possible. After we succeed, Flame Demon Emperor, please burn the demon talisman immediately and teleport us back to the demon metropolis. Xiao Han said. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, don't worry. I'll be careful. The Flame Demon Emperor nodded. As he spoke, a hint of viciousness flashed across the depths of his eye sockets. He quickly glanced at Xiao Han from the corner of his eye, and the corners of his mouth formed an imperceptible evil smile. However, soon, he looked in the direction of the fortress and murmured. That great emperor promised to help us a little. He'll attract the firepower of the fortress, so that the Human Clan's Monster Warrior realm in the fortress will have no time to deal with him. That's a good opportunity for us to take action. Xiao Han also subconsciously turned his head and looked at the blue sky in the fortress. A storm was brewing secretly. A storm was coming, and the Human Clan was obviously unprepared. Phew. Xiao Han let out a breath of turbid air. He also restrained his spirit and constantly adjusted his state. He had to burst out his strongest attack when he attacked Li Fanming. Xiao Han roughly knew about Li Fanming's combat strength. He should be a level stronger than Ying Zhantian and the others. To deal with an expert of this level, he had to give it his all and launch a desperate attack. If he was given a little time to breathe, the situation would be out of control, and he was likely to be devoured by him. The remaining demon emperors were also quietly adjusting their breathing. Their expressions had also become stern and cold. All of their bodies vaguely emitted a demonic aura as battle intent rose and burned within them. The escort team. The escort team had been on the road for several hours. Brotherly, let's take a break first. The young man in apricot clothes, Yun Zhongzi, looked at Shengguan Wudi in the prison cart. It's fine for us to hurry on like this. However, Senior Shengguan Wudi is surrounded by demonic aura and is ill. I'm afraid he can't withstand the bumpy work. You really care about him? Li Fanming smiled coldly. The other ancient giant, the man in coarse linen clothes, Ji Xiaofeng, quickly came out to smooth things over. Brotherly, it's fine to take a break. We can return to the Monster Warrior Tower in less than 10 days. It won't delay anything. Li Fanming nodded thoughtfully. The next moment, the escort team stopped on the road, and the prison cart also stopped where it was. Roar? Let me out. Damn it, a bunch of little guys, let me out. Shengguan Wudi kept barking as an ancient and evil demonic aura burst out from his pores and cells, causing ripples to appear on the glowing barrier, and producing a rumbling sound, which caused the ground around the prisoner cart to tremble. Everything started to shake. Shengguan Wudi was like a mad beast. Alas. Senior Wudi has been eroded by the demonic aura all year round. His brain is a little confused. A few demons standing next to the prison cart whispered a few words. He muttered a few words in a low voice and then moved aside. Senior Shangguan Wudi. Yun Zhongzi took a step forward and bowed slightly. Senior Wudi, we will be able to return to the Monster Warrior Tower soon. At this time of the year your disease will worsen. You will suffer all kinds of pain and suffering. However, please hold on for a few days. When we arrive at the Monster Warrior Tower, many elders will personally suppress the demonic aura in your body and relieve your pain. Go away. Shangguan Wudi scolded. Let me go or get lost. Sigh. Yun Zhongzi shook his head and looked at Shangguan Wudi, who was covered in filth and looked like a beast. He walked away silently. Shangguan Wudi cursed and roared wildly. He looked like he was going to rush out and eat people. It was so ferocious that the demons did not dare to get too close to the prison cart for fear of angering Shangguan Wudi. At this moment, Li Fanming quietly approached the prison cart. He squatted down and faced Shangguan Wudi in the prison cart, only a few inches away. Good boy. I asked you to let me go but you refused. I'll pinch you to death. Shangguan Wudi's eyes almost popped out of their sockets as he made a grasping motion with his right hand. Clanging sounds could be heard as the chains on his body began to spread out, covering the entire area. The uncanny workmanship of nature as well as boundless true energy and divine abilities caused holy hymns to fall like raindrops, filled with matchless power. However, as soon as he made this move, a torrent of demonic aura burst out from Shangguan Wudi's body. It rushed his true chi and made his right hand droop softly. Shangguan Wudi was panting and sweating profusely. He kept cursing with a ferocious face. Damn it, bastard. Get lost. Senior Wudi, please stop. Right now, your true chi is filled with demonic chi, making it impossible for you to unleash your full battle prowess. It's impossible for you to teach me a lesson. Li Fanming smiled faintly and lowered his voice. Senior, please take a breather. Let's talk, listen to me. Suddenly, Li Fanming's expression became very mysterious. Although Shangguan Wudi's mind was in a mess, he was not a fool. After all, he was an ancient magnate. He was not a simple character. Judging from Li Fanming's expression, he could tell that Li Fanming was plotting something against him. Therefore Shangguan Wudi also lowered his voice. Boy, what do you want to talk to me about? Ahem, Senior Wudi. You're an ancient giant who cultivates the yin-yang destruction great true chi. You've dominated the world and dominated both the human and demon realms, rarely meeting a worthy opponent. But now you're at the end of your rope. Li Fanming's eyes rolled a few times. Senior, why don't you pass this yin-yang destruction great true chi to me, Li Fanming, so that I can inherit your legacy? In the future, when I, Li Fanming, roam the Jianghu and slay demons and devils, the yin-yang destruction great true chi that I display will also have your prestige. Senior, please think about it. This unique true chi divine technique of yours is unparalleled in this world. If you don't pass it down to me, it will be lost forever. What else? Li Fanming, what else do you want from me? Tell me everything. Shangguan Wudi said in an indifferent tone. It was impossible to tell whether he was sad or happy. Senior Shangguan Wudi, you're an ancient magnate. There's nothing that can be hidden from you. Li Fanming will be straightforward. We humans cultivate true chi. In order to reach the level of an ancient magnate, which one of us doesn't have a fortuitous encounter? Which one of us doesn't have an immortal fate? Legend has it that you fell into an ancient treasure and obtained the Tao inheritance left behind by an immortal. That's how you made your fortune. You must have accumulated a lot of treasures in your life, right? How about this, give me the treasures as well. Li Fanming moved his mouth closer to Shangguan Wudi and said with a voice as soft as a mosquito. As long as Senior Shangguan Wudi passes the treasures and the yin-yang destruction great true chi to me, I, Li Fanming, can think of a way to remove all the runes that seal you. I'll let you regain your freedom. People die for wealth and birds die for food. I, Li Fanming, am not willing to be a descendant for my whole life. So I'll take a gamble. I'll get your treasures and Tao inheritance, and I'll fight for the identity of an ancient magnate in the future. Ha ha ha. All of a sudden Shangguan Wudi raised his head and roared. His roar attracted the attention of all the monster's warriors around him. Li Fanming, do you think I'm a 3-year-old kid? Who are you? Do you really dare to release me? Shangguan Wudi's voice rang out. It was a rumbling sound. It sounded like a huge bell. His voice spread far and wide. It was so loud that all the chivalrous heroes present heard it without missing a single word. What? Brother Li, what are you talking about with Senior Shangguan Wudi? You want to release Senior Shangguan Wudi? What do you mean by this? Yun Zhongzi questioned immediately as his body moved. He moved closer to Li Fanming and his face turned cold. The other giant, Ji Xiaofeng, didn't dare to be negligent either. He moved to the side and stood in front of Li Fanming. Big brother Li, you mustn't act rashly. Releasing Senior Shangguan Wudi is a great crime. If the higher-ups of the Monster Warrior Pagoda find out about it, we won't be able to bear the consequences. Don't drag us into this. Li Fanming's expression changed. All of a sudden, it became uncertain. After all, it was a risk for him to negotiate with Shangguan Wudi like this. This man was extremely ambitious, and wanted to take over Shangguan Wudi's family business. As such, he was itching to take advantage of the opportunity to deceive Shangguan Wudi. However, he didn't expect Shangguan Wudi to spread the news about their relationship, and let everyone know about it. Ha! Let's not quarrel. That's right. My yin-yang destruction great true chi is unique. In fact, it's a celestial art. Once I master it, I'll be invincible in the world. Furthermore, I also have treasures. With these treasures, I can casually take them out and create a few ancient tycoons. It won't be a problem. It's even possible for those ancient tycoons who have the potential to step into the ranks of the ancient tycoons. But now I'm troubled by the demonic chi. The treasures have lost their meaning to me. You covet my treasures and Jinchi divine technique? This is human nature, there is nothing wrong with it. However, I can't just casually give away my family's business to others. It must belong to someone who's capable. How about this, you three ancient magnate can fight here. The winner will get everything I have. Upon hearing the words, Li Fanming's eyes flickered with a hint of danger. His qi began to rise as dense runes began to wrap around him. Ji Xiaofeng and Yun Zhongzi both took a step back. Their true qi surged like a river inside their bodies. The three of them had their own ulterior motives as they observed each other. That's right. The treasures and true chi skill of an ancient magnate were too attractive. As long as they could obtain the legacy of an ancient magnate, it wouldn't be a problem for them to establish their own sect in the secular world. Every giant throughout the ages was a legend, a great fortuitous encounter. They were all immortal fates. No one wouldn't want them. Brother Yun, Brother Ji, now that Senior Shangguan Wudi has put it this way, let's have a fight. Li Fanming couldn't stand it anymore as he released his battle chi and threw a cold glance at Ji Xiaofeng and Yun Zhongzi. Li Fanming, you're really greedy? Yun Zhongzi said in a harsh tone. What a joke. Yun Zhongzi, you hypocrite. Don't you want the treasure of an ancient magnate? Who do you think you are? You've been fawning on Senior Shangguan Wudi along the way. Don't you have any ulterior motives? Li Fanming said disdainfully. Yun Zhongzi was immediately speechless. Let's fight. Ji Xiaofeng also roared. Since Senior Shangguan Wudi is willing to hand over the treasure, then, let's fight. Let's see who gets the immortal fates. Ha ha ha. Humans die for wealth, birds die for food. Let's fight. My words carry enormous weight. Among the three of you, the stronger one will get my inheritance. I'm an ancient magnate. I will never go back on my words. Shangguan Wudi laughed wildly. At that moment, Hong, the heavens and earth shook. The entire sky suddenly darkened. It was as if the entire world had fallen into the Nine Serenities hell. Time seemed to have stopped. Suddenly, a horrifying giant hand appeared in the direction of the demon metropolis. This giant hand was much larger than anyone could imagine. Its entire body was a dark color. This black color belonged to the essence of darkness. It absorbed all light and obliterated all hope. It was so large that it could cover the sky and blind an entire world. It was this giant hand that blocked the light of the sun, causing the entire world to fall into endless darkness and panic. The giant hand exuded a horrifying demonic aura. This demonic aura could cause the entire world to be in a state of great destruction. For a moment, countless ancient demonic characters appeared and lingered around the giant hand, making a demonic sound. The giant hand grabbed at the fortress. Wherever it passed, all the space would collapse. Such a horrifying giant hand with such strong demonic aura was no longer a technique that a demon emperor or a mutated demon emperor could use. It was a demon emperor. A demon emperor. At the same time, attack. Flaming demon emperor's body suddenly straightened. Poof. A layer of human skin directly burst. From under the human skin, a terrifying red monster emerged. It was in human form with magma and flames flowing all over its body. The 9 heavens of demonic flames were about 20 feet tall. Its tail was also more than 10 feet long. It had a human face and dark golden eyes, flashing with destructive and crazy pressure. The flaming demon emperor had revealed his true form. Poof, 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 poof. The other demon emperors also burst their human skin and revealed their true forms. They all looked ferocious and evil. The green-faced fang beast. The demonic aura was no longer suppressed. It unscrupulously leaked out, causing the surrounding space to collapse and disintegrate into chaos. Silver-masked demon emperor, you should also reveal your true form. Flaming demon emperor let out a rumbling voice. Xiao Han took out a silver mask from his storage ring and put it on. Attack. This is my true form. Boom. Xiao Han released all his physical strength and instantly sent the bodies of several demon emperors flying more than 10 feet away. At this moment Xiao Han stood tall and majestic. His body was like a mountain range, and his entire body was emitting a blinding golden light. Attack. Leave Li Fanming to me. Chapter 306. At the moment when the sky was covered by the demonic hand, Xiao Han and the 7 demon emperors knew that it was time to take action. The 7 high-level demon emperors completely revealed their demonic bodies. Their demonic aura gushed out and caught up with the demon hero escort team that was escorting Shangguan Wudi. Xiao Han also released the strength of his flesh shell. His aura became so strong that it could suppress the heavens. His left arm was a demonic monarch palm, and the demonic energy of 93,000 demonic veins formed beams of light that shot into the 4 demonic emperor crystals, causing these demonic emperor crystals to emit a dazzling and immortal light, looking demonic and dazzling. Hong, Xiao Han's heart moved and he also activated the demonic chi within his body. With a spurt, he directly charged towards the escort team. At the same time, the demon emperor grabbed with his terrifying giant hand, and the whole world was filled with terrifying demonic aura. This demonic aura was many times more powerful than the demonic power of the high-level demon emperors or mutated demon emperors. Therefore, with Li Fanming as the leader, the group of swordsmen's thinking and reaction speed almost froze. Even the spirits of this group of swordsmen seemed to be suddenly covered by a layer of shadow. Great panic enveloped their whole body, including their 5 senses and all their soul sense. At this moment they only felt great danger, but it was too late to do anything. There were 3 reasons for this situation. Firstly, the 3 ancient magnates were in the middle of wrangling and were fooled by Shangguan Wudi. They actually coveted Shangguan Wudi's treasures. The 3 of them were preparing to kill each other and were so engrossed in scheming against each other that they neglected everything else. Secondly, the mission of escorting Shangguan Wudi had never had any mishaps in the past 1,000 years. Every time they escorted Shangguan Wudi, it was always peaceful. This caused the 3 ancient magnates to be careless. Thirdly, the great emperor of the demon race suddenly released a supreme demonic aura. The strength of the ancient magnates of the human race was not enough to resist the pressure of a demon emperor. In a very short period of time, when the 3 ancient powerhouses were stunned, the Flame Demon Emperor and the other 6 demon emperors as well as Xiao Han, launched a surprise attack. Netherworld Demonic Fire. The Flame Demon Emperor was the first to attack. The Flame Demon Emperor had awakened 99,990 demonic meridians, which was comparable to the Green Dragon Demon Emperor that Xiao Han had encountered previously. However, the bloodline of the Azure Dragon Demon Emperor was relatively more noble and had the possibility of mutation. However, the Flame Demon Emperor had no chance of mutation. However, before the Azure Dragon Demon Emperor mutated, his combat power was comparable to the Flame Demon Emperor. Hong, the Demon Emperor crystal between the eyebrows of the Flame Demon Emperor flashed, and he quickly grabbed with his right hand. All of a sudden Yun Zhongzi, one of the 3 ancient giants, was wrapped in a white demon fire, burning fiercely and covering the sky. Demonic chi filled the air. When the demonic fire was burning, dense demonic creatures appeared in the white demonic fire, which widely opened their bloody mouths and gnawed Yun Zhongzi's body. The demonic technique of the demonic flame demon emperor was very special. The demonic flame was not hot, but bone-chilling cold. It was actually a rare cold flame between heaven and earth. This kind of cold flame was more powerful than ordinary flames. It could invade the body, destroy the soul, and corrode the flesh and bones in an instant. The Flame Demon Emperor's vigorous demonic power and successful sneak attack caused Yun Zhongzi to howl hoarsely. The genuine qi in his body went berserk and his body kept exploding. Blood burst out from all over his body. He was seriously injured and lost his combat power. In the blink of an eye, the Evil Wind Demon Emperor and the Meteorite Demon Emperor also joined forces and attacked Ji Xiaofeng, one of the three ancient giants. Evil Wind of Doomsday. The Evil Wind Demon Emperor's demonic technique was a mass of demonic wind. He raised his hand, and a small storm condensed in the palm of his hand in the blink of an eye. This was not an ordinary storm, but a storm formed by demonic wind. The demonic chi in the storm was so violent that it seemed to be formed after millions of demonic creatures had been refined. He threw it at Ji Xiaofeng. Suddenly, Ji Xiaofeng's whole body was wrapped by the demonic chi storm, and his whole body began to spin. In a breath, he was pulled tens of thousands of times, causing his body to be crushed by the storm. Blood kept spurting out. If Ji Xiaofeng did not have the true talisman to protect his body would have been crushed into powder by the demonic wind. Even so, the demonic wind was like a sharp sword that directly poured into Ji Xiaofeng's pores and cells, blowing his internal organs upside down and turning his brain into a paste. Demonic realm meteorite. The meteorite demon emperor waved his hand and shot out a meteorite from outer space. This meteorite seemed to be from the demonic realm. It was only the size of an acre, but it weighed about 40 million cauldrons. When it came down, it could even crush the mountains into powder. Boom. The meteorite directly smashed down on Ji Xiaofeng's head. Ji Xiaofeng deserved to be ambushed by two high-level demon emperors at the same time. Moreover, the two demon emperors had succeeded in their sneak attacks. He was first blown into pieces by the demonic wind, and then smashed by the meteorite. In an instant, his whole body was torn into pieces and exploded. The spiritual chi contained in Ji Xiaofeng's body suddenly lost control and suddenly went berserk. It rushed up into the sky like a volcanic eruption. Ji Xiaofeng's spiritual chi had already turned into a true talisman, so a huge talisman appeared in the sky. This rune was about 30 feet long and 10 feet wide. It was made of jade, and it was more than twice the size of the rune that Xiao Han had seen formed from Ying Zhantian's true chi. This jade rune was surrounded by a seven-colored brilliance, and it was beautiful and magnificent. However, in an instant, it shattered, exploding into smithereens. Wisps of spiritual chi bloomed in the sky, and it was beautiful. This represented the poignant beauty of the moment when life was about to end. Boom! Piles of supreme-grade true chi spiritual stones, secret manuals, maps, mineral veins, bottles and jars, as well as a devil hero token, all burst out of Ji Xiaofeng's body and scattered on the ground. The heavens had taken pity on him. This ancient demon hero of the human race had perished here in a muddle-headed manner. In less than a breath's time, Yun Zhongzi was seriously injured and Ji Xiaofeng was dead. In all fairness, if both sides had been prepared, it would have been impossible for Yun Zhongzi and Ji Xiaofeng to die in a head-on confrontation. The fairest outcome would have been that the two ancient demon emperors would not only be able to contend with three high-level demon emperors, but would also have the upper hand and might even be able to kill the three high-level demon emperors. However, they had been ambushed. Moreover, this ambush had been complemented by the demonic aura of the demon emperor's palm. Therefore, Yun Zhongzi and Ji Xiaofeng, the two ancient demon emperors, had failed miserably. At the same time, Xiao Han also exerted all his strength and attacked Li Fanming. Apocalyptic Demon Saber. All the demonic energy contained in the 93,000 demonic veins in Xiao Han's left arm was sucked dry and poured into Qinglin Demon Emperor Crystal, creating a world-ending demonic saber that was even more ferocious than Qinglin Demon Emperor at his peak. This saber was the strongest attack that Xiao Han could unleash in the shortest time possible. Of course, if Xiao Han used Azure Dragon Possession with the support of his powerful physical body, his attack power would definitely surpass the Apocalyptic Demon Saber. However, it would take some time for his physical body to transform into an Azure Dragon. Speed was the key to a sneak attack. Therefore, Xiao Han decisively gave up on Azure Dragon Possession and switched to the Apocalyptic Demon Saber, slashing at Li Fanming. Boom! The demonic saber light tore through the void, drawing an arc in the sky that surpassed any worldly beauty. Wherever the arc passed, the space collapsed, the crystal walls cracked, and the airflow in all directions became chaotic, collapsed, and withered. This saber even formed a vortex of 6 to 7 meters, constantly devouring space and light. Li Fanming's entire body was pulled over by this saber. Roar! Between life and death, Li Fanming let out a roar, and his body suddenly lit up. Countless true talismans rose from his body, forming a 4 zhang long, 2 zhang wide true talisman above his head. An oppressive force like a mountain directly exploded from this true talisman, trampling on people's minds, destroying people's will. With a shake, it directly shattered Xiao Han's saber aura. However, before Xiao Han's world-destroying demon saber shattered, he suddenly pulled and tore Li Fanming's left arm off. The saber light was like a giant beast that swallowed Li Fanming's left arm. Roar! Blood spurted out from the left side of Li Fanming's body. He let out a heart-wrenching scream. He was in so much pain that he wished he was dead. Li Fanming, you're indeed the strongest among the three ancient magnates. I sneaked up on you, but I still couldn't kill you with one saber strike. With a thought in his mind, Xiao Han took out the Heavenly Desolation demon fruit from his storage ring to replenish his depleted demonic force. At the same time, he lunged toward Li Fanming fearlessly, as if he was planning to fight against Li Fanming with his overwhelming physical strength. Since he had already started, Xiao Han would not show any mercy. He had to take Li Fanming's life. In fact, from the appearance of the demon monarch's palm, the sudden attack on the fortress, causing the world to be corroded by the demon qi, to the sneak attack of Xiao Han and the 7 demon sovereigns, the death of Ji Xiaofeng, the injuries of Yun Zhongzi, and Li Fanming, it all happened in the blink of an eye. Just as Xiao Han was about to attack Li Fanming. Oh, that's interesting. Shengguan Wudi was startled in the prisoner carriage, and then he grimaced. How dare the demon race invade us? Kill, kill. He kept jumping in the prisoner carriage, but it was to no avail. Meanwhile, a furious roar came from the fortress. How dare the demon race sneak attack us? Die for me. Finally, the human hegemon guarding the fort reacted after a few breaths' time. Bang! A ray of primordial divine light shot out from the fortress. Then, this ray of divine light turned into a terrifying giant hand. This giant hand was sparkling and resplendent like white jade. It was extremely stable and had an immortal aura. Countless white jade runes swam in the center of the palm like jade dragons from the immortal world. They danced wildly, twisted and wriggled, pop. As soon as the white jade hand pressed down, a powerful true energy appeared. This true energy condensed into numerous primordial divine spirits. The giant white jade hand collided with the sky-engulfing demon hand. The darkness that had formed after being shrouded by the sky-engulfing demon hand instantly melted, revealing rays of light. The demonic aura in the air also gradually dissipated. At that moment, without the interference of the demonic aura, Li Fanming regained his consciousness. The giant talisman above his head suddenly exploded, turning into countless runes that wrapped around his right fist. He took a step forward and threw a punch at Xiao Han. The punch was like the descent of a deity. The sacred light was like an ocean, the raging waves were like tides, and the runes were flourishing. The sun and moon were sinking and the rivers were sinking. Great destruction, star-shattering fist. The punch was thrown at Xiao Han. Chapter 307. In the blink of an eye, the human powerhouse in the fortress reacted and counterattacked, clashing head-on with the demonic hand that blotted out the sky. In an instant, the thick demonic aura that permeated the surroundings melted away. Light and hope once again descended upon the land. This also allowed Li Fanming, after losing his left arm, to quickly recover his strength and attack Xiao Han with a powerful killing technique. Annihilation star-smashing fist. Li Fanming was infuriated. The silver-masked demon emperor before him had launched a sneak attack on him and severed his arm. One had to know that for an ancient powerhouse like Li Fanming, the physical body was also extremely important. In fact, the physical body was even more important than qi. This was because once the physical body died, the qi stored in the acupoints would also dissipate. Under most circumstances, experts with a high level of qi cultivation would constantly circulate their qi to protect their physical body, not daring to be careless. However, Li Fanming had just been ambushed by Xiao Han and had lost an arm. Li Fanming was not immortal. Since his arm had been severed, it could not be regrown. It could not grow a new arm. Unless he could become an immortal. This severed left arm would greatly affect Li Fanming's future cultivation, and it might even prevent him from achieving further breakthroughs. In a fit of rage, Li Fanming had unleashed all his life force potential and sent out a punch. Demons and gods were easily defeated. He wanted to completely reduce his mortal enemy to dust. One had to know that Li Fanming's final achievement at the acupoint expansion realm was 49 times the expansion of acupoints. He now had 64 acupoints in his body. If he did not expand them, the pure qi contained in his acupoints would be about 64,000 ding. Now that he had expanded them 49 times, it was about 1 million ding. Furthermore, Li Fanming was an expert of the talisman transformation realm. After stepping into the talisman transformation realm, his qi transformed into a talisman, causing the quality of his qi to skyrocket. He had cleansed the talisman 4 times, refining it until it was crystal clear and flawless. It was 4 feet long and 2 feet wide, increasing the quality of his qi by 28 times. This caused the pure qi contained in a talisman to reach about 80 million ding. In other words, Li Fanming didn't need to cultivate any true qi or divine arts at all. Merely releasing a true talisman was enough to crush a group of mountains and condense the sun and moon. A true talisman with a force of 80 million cauldrons could easily destroy an ordinary high-level demon overlord. What's more, Li Fanming had also cultivated a true energy fist technique. With the support of this true energy fist technique, the power of his punch exceeded 100 million. This punch was aimed at Xiao Han. It was as if an ancient god had descended, or as if a cosmic storm had swept through the starry sky. It could shake the sun and moon and destroy the continents. Moreover, thick jade rivers were brewing in the wind generated by the fists, surging in all directions. Tiny jade talismans flowed in the rivers, emitting faint immortal aura. The jade talismans were as numerous as the sands of eternity. Some were shaped like mountains, some were shaped like birds, some were shaped like gods, some were shaped like flames, some were shaped like dragons, and some were shaped like snakes. This punch created a huge vacuum, trapping Xiao Han in the middle, making it impossible for him to move. This caused Xiao Han to be surrounded. With nowhere to hide, Xiao Han could only meet Li Fanming's fist head-on. Damn it! A centipede dies but doesn't fall down. Li Fanming is indeed powerful. However, I, Xiao Han, am not one to sit and wait for death. Fighting with a talisman transformation realm expert, who is even more powerful than Yingzhan Tian, can sharpen my spirit and fighting spirit, allowing me to obtain indescribable benefits. It will also be a terrifying accumulation for the future expansion of my meridians. Fight. All the distracting thoughts in Xiao Han's mind were discarded. With no distractions in his heart, the outcome of the battle was inconsequential. The surroundings became silent. Hong, a pure force of 53 million cauldrons, bolstered by the immortal golden body, also punched out. Pung, the two fists collided. Between heaven and earth, the terrifying sound of stars disintegrating and comets colliding immediately rang out. The ground cracked and the spatial crystal walls crumbled inch by inch. Pooh! Xiao Han spat out a mouthful of blood and retreated explosively. His body was shaken to the point that it was covered in spiderweb-like cracks. This exchange had directly caused Xiao Han to suffer serious injuries. Although Xiao Han's physical strength was overwhelming and domineering, Li Fanming's true qi, bolstered by the true qi power and true qi divine technique, had more than doubled Xiao Han's strength. In this head-on clash, Xiao Han was at a complete disadvantage. As Xiao Han retreated, he operated the immortal golden body. Thousands of golden rays burst out from Xiao Han's body, and a warm current quickly healed the shocking wounds on his flesh shell. However, it could not be completely healed in a short period of time, and he coughed out blood repeatedly. However, Li Fanming did not immediately follow up with a successful attack. Although Li Fanming had the upper hand in his battle with Xiao Han, his left arm had been shattered and was bleeding profusely. On top of that, Li Fanming's invincible golden body had reflected 30% of the attack back at Li Fanming, causing him to feel as if his internal organs had been flipped upside down and all his meridians had been twisted. At the same time, 4 demon emperors simultaneously rushed towards the prison carriage that was holding Shangguan Wudi. The sky was filled with demonic power rolling like a tide, and the 100 or so ordinary demon heroes were forced to retreat, with almost no room to fight back. Go! Yun Zhongzi, who was seriously injured, suddenly took out a spiritual talisman and instantly set it on fire. In an instant, layers of ripples spread out from his body, and the power of space overflowed. Stay here for me. The evil wind demon emperor threw his right hand, and a mass of demonic wind rushed over, blowing Yun Zhongzi's afterimage into powder. However, Yun Zhongzi still managed to escape one step ahead. At this moment, among the 3 demon heroes who were escorting Shangguan Wudi, one was dead, one escaped, and one was injured. The rest of the ordinary demon heroes were not even worth mentioning. The 4 demon emperors responsible for snatching people had already firmly controlled Shangguan Wudi's prison carriage. As for the ancient giants in the stronghold, they were still fighting with the monster race emperor. The giant white jade hand and the sky-covering demon hand kept colliding in the void. When the 2 giant hands collided at high speed, clouds of immortal qi and demon qi kept exploding. Suddenly, the void was filled with dense talismans and demon characters. The deep demon qi and immortal qi flowed like mercury in the sky. Moreover, these talismans and demon characters kept wriggling, and soon formed a formation that froze the void within a radius of dozens of miles. At this moment in the void, time had slowed down. It was the flow of time that had slowed down. It was too shocking. The battle between the two giants of the human clan and the demon clan had caused some changes in the laws of time. The battle between the two giants was evenly matched, so they could not pay attention to the team that was escorting Shangguan Wudi. Shangguan Wudi suddenly quietened down, and looked at the 4 demon emperors who were controlling the prison carriage and said with a smile, "Demon clan, help me get rid of the seal on the prison carriage." "TSK, TSK, TSK. The ancient giant of the human clan. You are now our prisoner, TSK Tisk." One of the demon emperors laughed sinisterly and said proudly, "Go go go. That's great. With your generous gift, we can definitely exchange it for a precious medicine that can defy the heavens. Go go go. Damn it, they are just high-level demon emperors with ordinary bloodlines. As long as I am released, I can shatter them with a roar." Shangguan Wudi bared his teeth. Xiao Han and Li Fanming. After the first battle, the two of them adjusted their breathing for a few breaths. Li Fanming's hatred was overwhelming and his eyes were bloodshot. He was determined to kill Xiao Han, and Xiao Han did not run away in panic. At this moment, the demonic power in Xiao Han's 93,000 demon veins had been fully replenished. Xiao Han quietly poured all the demonic power in the 93,000 demon veins into the Green Dragon Demon Emperor crystal. If Xiao Han used his physical strength to fight against Li Fanming, he would definitely die. Just now, he had already been seriously injured. Xiao Han silently estimated that he would only need to fight against Li Fanming 2 or 3 more times before his body would explode and he would die. Since his physical strength could not bear it anymore, he would directly use his trump card. He activated the natal demon technique sealed in the Green Dragon Demon Emperor crystal. Green Dragon Possession. Li Fanming was also injured, so he needed to prepare for a few breaths before he could use his strongest killing technique and continue to put the greatest pressure on Xiao Han. And these few breaths gave Xiao Han the opportunity to transform into the Green Dragon. Flame Demon Emperor, let's do it. Let's work together to kill the only remaining giant of the human race. Then, let's burn the demon talisman and teleport back to the demon metropolis. The evil Wind Demon Emperor moved to the side of the Flame Demon Emperor and raised his hideous demonic hand. A storm brewed in his palm, and he raised his hand to throw it at Li Fanming. This giant of the human race has already been seriously injured, and one of his arms has been broken. The Silver Masked Demon Emperor does have some tricks up his sleeve. Now is the best opportunity for us to kill this giant of the human race. Let's do it. The Meteorite Demon Emperor was also full of killing intent. Wait. The Flame Demon Emperor grinned hideously. Let the Silver Masked Demon Emperor fight with this giant of the human race. Now it seems that although the Silver Masked Demon Emperor succeeded in his sneak attack, he is still no match for Li Fanming. Soon the Silver Masked Demon Emperor will be killed by Li Fanming. Well, we all know that the Silver Masked Demon Emperor is not on the same side as us. We can't share our benefits with him. We're just making use of him. Now, let's let Li Fanming kill him and then we can join forces to kill the seriously injured Li Fanming. The Flame Demon Emperor stuck out his huge red tongue and licked his hideous lips as he muttered. The moment the Silver Masked Demon Emperor is killed, let's see what treasures fall from his body. There's something on the Silver Masked Demon Emperor that attracts me. I must get his body and study it. Okay, let's wait until the Silver Masked Demon Emperor and Li Fanming are both injured. The other demon emperors also nodded in agreement. However, at this moment, roar! All the demonic power contained in Xiao Han's 93,000 demonic meridians was instantly drained and poured into the Green Dragon Demon Emperor crystal. Xiao Han completed his transformation in just a few breaths. Green Dragon Possession. His physique changed into the physique of the primordial Green Dragon. Xiao Han's entire body transformed into the primordial Green Dragon. The Green Dragon that was hundreds of meters long coiled up in the sky. The body of the Green Dragon was like a long snake, with the head of a qilin and the tail of a carp. There was a long beard on its face and its horns were like those of a deer. It had 5 claws and a majestic appearance. It obviously had the terrifying power of an ancient species. An extremely dangerous aura filled the entire sky and earth. This aura was incomparably evil, and it emitted a savage and murderous aura. At the same time, it was high and mighty, representing nobility. It looked down on everyone, disregarded all life, and was the only one who reigned supreme. It had a majesty that stood above all other living beings. What? This is another kind of demonic technique. The Flame Demon Emperor exclaimed all of a sudden. What's going on? The Silver Masked Demon Emperor's natal demonic technique is obviously the Saber Radiance. Why is he using another demonic technique? How is this possible? A demon emperor with an ordinary bloodline can only have one demon emperor crystal and one natal demonic technique in their lifetime. This silver-masked demon emperor is very strange. The group of demon emperors was shocked. One should know that only a mutated demon emperor could produce more than 2 demon emperor crystals. Could it be a mutated demon emperor? The evil wind demon emperor was also shocked. That's impossible. Its demonic power is not as strong as mine. Moreover, if it was a mutated demon emperor, the sneak attack just now was enough to kill Li Fanming. The flame demon emperor's breathing quickened. Secret. The silver-masked demon emperor has a great secret. As for Li Fanming, after a few breaths of preparation, he was able to use about 70% of the Great Shattering Star's fist before he was seriously injured. He wanted to kill Xiao Han directly and then escape. However, the moment Xiao Han turned into the green dragon, Li Fanming's mind went blank. Ha ha. A strange sound that sounded like an owl's cry burst out from Li Fanming's throat, and his eyes were opened wider than walnuts. You physical strength. That's right, that saber just now, the world-destroying demonic saber. Now, this is the Green Dragon Demon Emperor's natal demonic technique, which changes the physical body constitution to that of the primordial green dragon. Ha ha ha, the Green Dragon Demon Emperor has already died in the vast wilderness and it was... Your Xiao. Li Fanming was dumbfounded. Shocked. Dumbfounded. He never expected that Xiao Han was among the demon emperors who attacked the guards and tried to kidnap Shangguan Wudi. Li Fanming couldn't help but be shocked. Although Xiao Han had the secrets of the demon clan, he was still a human after all. Moreover, he was a demon hero who had just won a place in the demon hero ranking challenge. Although his methods were unique, he would never be judged as a human and mix with the demon clan. However, at this moment, Xiao Han was indeed wearing a mask and sneaking up on the human demon warrior with a few demon emperors. This was betrayal. This kind of betrayal would affect his family, relatives, friends, and sect. In the demon warrior world, there was not even one demon warrior who betrayed the human clan in 1,000 years. Once he did, it would be a heinous crime. Unforgivable. He would be cursed and reviled by the human clan forever. Die. After Xiao Han transformed into the primordial green dragon, his dark golden eyes burst with a dim light. His dragon body moved and suddenly his dragon tail wrapped around Li Fanming. Restrain. Bang! In a split second, just as Li Fanming was shocked, Xiao Han's dragon claw slapped on Li Fanming's head. One should know that the trick of the green dragon possession was, the stronger the physical body, the stronger the strength after transforming into the green dragon. Xiao Han's physical strength had reached 53 million ding, and after transforming into the green dragon, his strength was almost close to 100 million ding. Compared to Li Fanming at his peak, the strength of 100 million ding was indeed not enough. But at this moment, Li Fanming was also injured, and he had lost an arm so he could not exert his full strength. Moreover, Xiao Han chose to attack when Li Fanming's mind was blank. Boom! This slap on Li Fanming's head caused the sound of wind and thunder to sound in all directions, and the airflow between heaven and earth fluctuated wildly. No! In the blink of an eye, when Li Fanming's head was about to be hit by the dragon claw, a true talisman directly rose from the top of his head. Puchi! The dragon claw slapped on the true talisman. Dense cracks appeared on the jade-like true talisman. However, Xiao Han's dragon body also shook violently, suffering from the backlash of Li Fanming's true talisman, and was about to let go of Li Fanming. Let go. Scram. Li Fanming's body burned with true energy and runes danced chaotically. Not so easy. Die. At this moment, the surface of the green dragon's body suddenly exploded with thousands of golden rays. Glittering starlight. Xiao Han had actually used the indestructible golden body on the green dragon. This caused every dragon scale to explode with a clear sky brilliance. Die. The dragon's tail tightly wrapped around Li Fanming, and the dragon claw struck again and again. Bang, 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 bang. Li Fanming raised his fists to defend against each attack. However, at the very beginning, when Xiao Han attacked Li Fanming's head, Li Fanming risked his life to summon a true talisman to block. The true talisman almost shattered, causing his battle prowess to drop even further. Now that he was fighting Xiao Han, he was completely at a disadvantage. What was even worse was that the Azure Dragon, which was supported by the inextinguishable golden body, continuously rebounded 30% of Li Fanming's strength as it clashed with him. This caused Li Fanming's internal organs to shatter. Scram! Blood spurted out from Li Fanming's eyes, ears, mouth and nose. He struggled with all his might, trying to break free from the green dragon's entanglement, but the injuries on his body worsened and his strength decreased. He could not break free at all. Die. Xiaohan did not stop his attacks. Bang, 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 bang. Li Fanming only had one right hand to block Xiaohan's attacks and soon, oofed. Li Fanming's right arm exploded like a porcelain vase. Oofed. A bowl-sized hole appeared on Li Fanming's chest, and densely packed cracks extended in all directions from the hole. Oofed. Li Fanming's head was directly hit by the dragon claw. His head exploded. After a series of violent attacks, Xiaohan's green dragon transformation finally ended. Bang! Xiaohan fell from the sky to the ground. Looking at Li Fanming, he had already been beaten to death. Li Fanming's body exploded in all directions. Not a complete corpse could be seen. An endless amount of veins, resources, books and maps burst out from his true meridian. A demon chivalrous token fell in front of Xiaohan with a clang. An ancient tycoon died just like that. Beaten to death by Xiaohan. Chapter 308. Xiaohan finally killed Li Fanming after a series of violent beatings. All of a sudden, Xiaohan recalled that Li Fanming had completely ignored his life and death in the Heavenly Dragon Empire and handed him over to the Zhongyun King to deal with. At that time, Li Fanming was domineering and insufferably arrogant. Xiaohan's combat power was still weak, so he could only let Li Fanming do whatever he wanted. However, as time passed, Xiaohan was finally able to kill his enemy with his own hands and vent his anger. In his heart he felt much more carefree. Of course, Xiaohan didn't kill Li Fanming completely. Instead he killed him bit by bit. Fortunately, Xiaohan managed to sneak up on Li Fanming and cut off one of Li Fanming's arms with the help of the monstrous demonic aura emitted by the Great Demon Emperor's palm. Fortunately, the demonic technique of Azure Dragon Possession was extremely powerful. Fortunately, he had a strong physical body, an indestructible golden body, and several demonic techniques that he could use freely. Moreover, at the most critical moment, Li Fanming discovered the secret that he was Xiaohan, which made him dumbfounded. That was how Xiaohan managed to kill him. Otherwise, Xiaohan would be the one who died now. Although there were so many flukes, Xiaohan still managed to kill an ancient giant who was ranked in the top 1000 on the monster warrior list. In the devil chivalrous world, if the ancient giants were compared to myths, then the ancient giants were legends, supreme and unattainable. When they reached the secular world, they would be worshipped by mortals like immortals. Logically speaking, it was impossible for a young man in his early 20s to kill an ancient giant no matter what. No one would believe it if this were to be said out loud. It was a fantasy story. However, Xiaohan completed such an incredible miracle. This built up a strong foundation for Xiaohan to expand his acupoints in the future. The benefits were indescribable. Of course, killing Li Fanming, Xiaohan had to pay a heavy price as well. Now, his whole body was badly mutilated, and his body was full of cracks like broken porcelain. Blood was gushing out of his eyes, ears, mouth and nose. Moreover, after activating the Azure Dragon Possession, Xiaohan's physical strength was almost completely exhausted. Even his brain felt dizzy. Li Fanming was actually beaten to death by the silver-masked Demon Emperor. The Flame Demon Emperor and the Evil Wind Demon Emperor were all dumbfounded. They thought that Xiaohan would be beaten half to death by Li Fanming, and then they would make a move to clean up the mess and take care of both Xiaohan and Li Fanming. But he never thought that the one who died was Li Fanming. The Flame Demon Emperor licked his lips as a murderous glint flashed across his eyes. His demonic body moved slightly and he subconsciously took a step closer to Xiaohan. This great demon. His killing intent exploded, wanting to take this opportunity to kill Xiaohan. Just then, Demon Emperor Flame, hurry up and burn the demon talisman. That great emperor seems to be going to stop. Suddenly, the meteorite Demon Emperor screamed in horror. Quickly burn the demon talismans. Once the arch retreats, the human experts in the fortress will be able to deal with us without any restraints. We will never be able to resist them. We will be suppressed in an instant. As expected, above the fortress, the movement of the Demon Emperor's sky-covering demonic hand began to slow down and became smaller and smaller, as if it was about to retreat. But that was also right. When characters on the level of the monster race Great Emperor and the ancient giants of the human race fought, if victory and defeat were to be determined, it would absolutely be an earth-shattering battle. Mountains would collapse and the earth would crack apart. Everything within thousands of miles would explode. Moreover, when they were evenly matched, Both sides would pay a heavy price when the battle reached its climax. That was a price that neither side wanted to bear. The great monarch of the monster clan was only helping the flame demon emperor and the others to slightly restrain the human powerhouses guarding the stronghold. That was all. Now that the battle between the two sides had reached a climax, the great monarch of the monster clan suddenly slowed down his attacks and wanted to retreat. Go. Stay within 20 feet of me. The flame demon emperor made a prompt decision and a demon talisman appeared in his big hand. The evil wind demon emperor and the meteorite demon emperor immediately approached the flame demon emperor. The remaining 4 demon emperors also pushed the prisoner's carriage and approached them. Xiao Han remained calm. He took out dozens of heavenly desolate demon fruits and fused them into the dried palm tattoo of the left biscuit emperor. Then he dragged his injured body and moved to the flame demon emperor's side step by step. Xiao Han, the 7 high-level demon emperors, and Shengguan Wudi who was in the prisoner's carriage gathered together. They were within 20 feet of each other. Your plan is indeed perfect. You used a thunderous method to snatch me out. Shengguan Wudi laughed crazily. However, you're lucky that you managed to get the help of a great emperor of the demon clan. Over the years, no demon clan has ever dared to touch me, and the Yaoxia Pagoda has lowered its guard. That's why you small fries succeeded. He looked at Xiao Han. You're not bad. Your life aura is very young. You're such a young high-level demon emperor, but your body is so strong. You're also good at more than one demonic technique. You've exhaustedly fanned me to death. It seems like you're a noble among the demons. You're not an ordinary demon emperor. Interesting, Shengguan Wudi had been imprisoned for more than 1,000 years. He had already become indifferent to life and death. Now that he was being held hostage by the demons, not only did he not panic, he even talked and laughed. He even commented on the high-level demon emperors. He did have the demeanor of a big shot. Boom. The demon talisman was burning. As soon as the demon talisman was burning, a huge light shadow suddenly appeared above Xiao Han and the 7 demon emperors like a mirage. The light shadow was a demon talisman. The talisman was twisted like a dragon and was difficult to understand. It was a language that did not exist in the human race. It was the word, demon. In an instant, the sky was filled with demonic chi. The word, demon, suddenly formed a light screen that covered an area of 20 feet. The space was twisted and rippled like water. In a trance, Xiao Han felt as if he was in a dream. 1 breath. 2 breaths. 3 breaths. 9 breaths. After the 9th breath, the hand of the demon emperor above the fortress retreated and disappeared without a trace. The violent demonic chi that had been fighting with the ancient giant of the human race had also disappeared. Between heaven and earth, the sky became clear. It was peaceful. How dare you? How dare you kidnap Brother Shengguan Wudi? Puny demons, die. The angry voice of the ancient giant came from the fortress. In the next second, the jade-white hand reached out and grabbed Xiao Han and the 7 high-level demon emperors. At this moment, 10 breaths. Swoosh. Xiao Han, the 7 high-level demon emperors, the prison carriage. Shengguan Wudi disappeared and was teleported away. In the next second, boom. The ground within a dozen miles of where Xiao Han and the 7 high-level demon emperors were collapsed. The space crystal wall completely collapsed and the crust of the area was penetrated. After who knew how much time had passed, Xiao Han's feet were firmly planted on the ground. He looked up. Xiao Han discovered that he was in a mountain range that rose and fell continuously. The mountain range was like a dragon. There were all kinds of colorful plants on the undulating mountain range. They were all demon plants. The sky was dark red and the clouds were also dark red. There was a demonic chi. It was like smoke rising into the sky. This world was filled with demonic chi. The air was filled with a faint smell of blood, as well as an indescribable and strange smell. The atmosphere here is very gloomy and horrifying. There's demonic chi everywhere. Moreover, the demonic chi here is many times stronger than the demonic chi in the 4 regions of the human race in the Great Wilderness. Could it be that this is the base camp of the demon race in the human world? The demon metropolis? Xiao Han was shocked. He blurted out. This is the demon metropolis. Tisk tsk tisk. The flaming demon emperor let out a strange laugh. He moved his demonic body slightly towards Xiao Han. The other 6 high-level demon emperors also involuntarily moved towards Xiao Han. Yes, this is the demon metropolis. Silver-masked demon emperor, you've never been to the demon metropolis before. To be precise, this is the mountain range outside the demon metropolis. The spatial coordinates recorded in the demonic talisman are here. We're just ordinary high-level demon emperors, so we can't record the spatial coordinates in the demon metropolis. Otherwise, once we're teleported there, we'll be seen by those mutated demon emperors. They'll think that we who have a lowly bloodline are offending them. They might kill us. At this moment, the flame demon emperor sneered. All right, silver-masked demon dominator, hand over all your secrets. Xiao Han pretended to be frightened. Flame demon emperor, what do you mean by this? Didn't we agree to cooperate and share the benefits together? Ha ha ha. Silver-masked demon emperor, I don't know where you came from. You're too naive. Ah. It seems that you haven't figured out the rules of the world of our demon race. Don't talk nonsense. I know that you must have a big secret. Otherwise, with your demonic strength and bloodline that haven't mutated, it's impossible for you to perform 2 demonic techniques. After pausing for a while, the flame demon emperor grinned hideously. Don't try to resist. If you weren't injured, I would be a little afraid of you since you're proficient in 2 demonic techniques. However, now that your body is almost broken, you'll explode with a touch. We have 7 high-level demon emperors here. Do you think you still have a chance to escape? Suddenly, Shengguan Wudi, who was locked in the prisoner carriage, laughed and said, Well, I think it can escape. You idiots, you've underestimated it. Aha, so much nonsense. At this moment, swish. A huge amount of demonic qi directly rushed out from Xiao Han's left arm. The demonic power contained in the 93,000 demonic meridians were all poured into the North Shen Demon Emperor crystal. It was like an illusion. Xiao Han's body suddenly turned into a residual shadow. Almost with a slight movement, the residual shadow had already moved dozens of miles away. Moreover, when the residual shadow flew away, it actually grabbed the prisoner carriage that was locked in Shengguan Wudi and disappeared on the spot. Swish, Xiao Han's residual shadow flashed again with the prisoner carriage, and they were already in the deep mountains hundreds of miles away. It turned out that Xiao Han had already expected that the Flame Demon Emperor would betray him. After all, when Xiao Han was fighting with Li Fanming and was at a disadvantage, the Flame Demon Emperor and the other 6 Demon Emperors did not help Xiao Han to kill Li Fanming. Instead, they watched the fire from the other side as if they were waiting for Li Fanming to kill them. This caused Xiao Han to be on guard. After killing Li Fanming, he had used the Heavenly Desolation Demon Fruit to replenish his demonic energy. At the critical moment, he had made a move like an illusion, taking advantage of the fact that Li Fanming was unprepared to escape. Moreover, before they escaped, Xiao Han had also snatched Shengguan Wudi away. Roar? The third demonic technique. This guy actually used the third demonic technique. And he even took Shengguan Wudi away. Just, we must catch him. The Flame Demon Emperor roared at the sky, as if he had gone crazy. Chase. Don't worry, Flame Demon Emperor. That guy can't run away. It's the first time it came to the demon metropolis, so it's completely unfamiliar with the surroundings. It actually ran in the opposite direction of the demon metropolis. It's digging its own grave. Let's go after it now. The Flame Demon Emperor turned into a ball of demonic wind and directly chased after Xiao Han. Chase. Swish, swish, swish. The other demon emperors also used their movement techniques and chased after Xiao Han. To be continued. Chapter 309. Xiao, Xiao, Xiao. Xiao Han turned into a series of afterimages, leaping and flickering between the demon mountains. In a blink of an eye, he had already traveled more than 1,000 li. However, the demon mountains seemed to be boundless. Xiao Han was fleeing in the opposite direction of the demon metropolis. Therefore, he did not manage to jump out of the range of the mountains. Ah! You're just a little demon emperor, but you managed to use a few demonic techniques in a row. Not only did you kill Li Fanming, you're also very good at escaping. You're really good at it? Ha ha ha. Shengguan Wudi laughed out loud in the prison carriage. It was unknown what material the prisoner carriage was made of. It was stable and didn't suffer any damage or dismemberment even when it was moving at a high speed. The talisman symbols on the prisoner carriage glittered brightly and turned into rays of light that lingered around Xiao Han like fireflies. Boom! After his demonic force was exhausted, Xiao Han and the prisoner carriage fell into the forest of a demon mountain. This demon forest covered an area of a few hundred li. It was filled with giant trees that were 100 meters tall. These trees were blood red in color and had strange shapes. They were filled with demonic qi. They were the typical plants of the demon realm. From time to time, some red lizards, small beasts, insects and snakes would come out of the forest. However, these small beasts didn't dare to get too close to Xiao Han. The demonic chi that Xiaohan was emitting now was equivalent to that of a high-level demon emperor. Not to mention the small beasts that didn't dare to get close to him. Even the demon generals and low-level and mid-level demon emperors could only run away when they encountered Xiaohan. Ugh! After falling into the forest, Xiaohan immediately fell to the ground. Streams of inextinguishable golden bodies heat flowed around his body, nourishing and healing his injuries. However, his injuries were quite serious and couldn't be healed in a short period of time. Xiaohan's physical strength had been greatly overdrawn. He was extremely weak. His head was dizzy and his eyelids were as heavy as lead. He couldn't wait to fall asleep immediately. However, Xiaohan couldn't sleep. He knew that there were 7 high-level demon emperors chasing after him. If he was at his peak, Xiaohan might be able to deal with them for a while. However, he was now an arrow at the end of its flight. If a fierce battle broke out, his body might explode if he was hit by the opponent's demonic chi. The situation was extremely dangerous. Am I, Xiaohan, going to die here? It wasn't easy for him to pass through the fortress and arrive at the mountain range outside the demon metropolis. He was about to sneak into the demon metropolis and meet Yanlang. Could it be that everything was just an illusion? Am I, Xiaohan, destined to fail at the last step? Xiaohan was secretly resentful. No, I can't die here. Right now Yunrong's life and death are still unknown. She is still waiting for me to get the antidote from Yanlang to save her life. Moreover, I have also sworn that I must obtain a fortuitous encounter in the demon metropolis to improve my combat strength. When I return to the demon hero tower, I must slap the faces of those higher-ups. Xiaohan's eyes, which had already begun to slacken, once again burst forth with determination and the desire to live. He bit the tip of his tongue and gathered all his remaining strength to stand up. He quickly took out dozens of heavenly desolate demonic fruits from his interspatial ring and infused them into his monarch fiend left arm to replenish his demonic energy. Ha ha ha, little guy, you're seriously injured. Shengguan Wudi looked at Xiaohan with great interest and said with a smile, "You must have a great secret of the demon race. Otherwise, with your demonic energy, you would only be an ordinary high-level demon emperor. It's impossible for you to master so many demonic techniques." Xiaohan looked at Shengguan Wudi. Shengguan Wudi's entire body was bound by demonic chi. His facial expression was distorted and his eyes were sometimes sober and sometimes crazy. He was still struggling. The iron chains around his body were clanging. However, there was nothing he could do. The talisman stuck on the outside of the prisoner cart shot out beams of light and shot into the chains that bound Shengguan Wudi. They firmly suppressed the demonic aura that came out of Shengguan Wudi's pores, making it impossible for Shengguan Wudi to break free. "Little fellow, don't look at me like that. I'm a human. I'm not interested in the secret of the demon race. However, even though I'm not interested, those stupid demon sovereigns are. They will definitely find you at all costs and chop you into pieces. The internal strife of your demon race is very serious. Every single demon race is extremely selfish and brutal. They will do anything to achieve their goals. You should know this better than me," Shengguan Wudi said in a meaningful tone. "Little fellow, they'll catch up with you soon. You'll definitely die." Xiaohan looked at the dark red sky. The demon mountains seemed to have no end, and were emitting a dense demonic aura. The demonic aura blotted out the sky, and served as a sort of concealment. Xiaohan's own demonic aura was restrained by the demonic aura of the demon mountains, and couldn't be unleashed at will. Shengguan Wudi's aura, as well as the glow of the ceiling symbols on the prison cart, were also hindered. In that case, the Flame Demon Emperor and the others would not be able to quickly find Xiaohan in the vast mountains. However, there were 7 demon emperors. If they split up and searched, they would be able to find Xiaohan sooner or later. Phew! Xiaohan breathed out a mouthful of murky air. He immediately sat down with his legs crossed and operated the indestructible golden body to the extreme. His whole body was shining with golden light. Mist and light swirled around him. The injuries on his body gradually recovered. Oh, a body refining technique? As a demon, you're good at a body refining technique? I've never seen this technique before. Is it a human technique or a demon technique? Shengguan Wudi smacked his lips and kept talking. By the way, don't waste your efforts. Those demon emperors will find you soon. It's impossible for you to recover before they find you. Besides, even if you recover fully, you won't be able to defeat them. Your demonic strength is only on par with theirs. That's all. Although you have many tricks up your sleeves, do you think you can turn the tables when you're surrounded by 7 demon emperors? Ah. Although I'm trapped, I still have a good eye. Little fellow, you're dead meat. Alright, stop nagging, Xiao Han said angrily. However, Xiao Han had to admit that Shangguan Wudi was right. Xiao Han roughly estimated that if he was at his peak, he would be able to fight against 3 or 4 high-level demon emperors alone. If he encountered more than 5 of them, he would definitely die. Now that his injuries were so serious, he could only fight against 1 demon emperor for a while at most. I'll be frank. Now there's only one way to save your life. Shangguan Wudi stared at Xiao Han. Let me go. What? Xiao Han's body trembled. Yes, tear off all the seals on the prisoner cart. Let me out. Shangguan Wudi licked his lips. His eyes were filled with passion. Little fellow, listen to me. As long as you let me out, I'll owe you a favor. In this life, I'll be irreconcilable with the demon clan. Logically speaking, if I encounter a demon emperor brat like you, I'll kill you without a second thought. However, if you let me go, you'll be my friend. I won't bite the hand that feeds me and kill you. Besides, I can also help you crush the 7 advanced martial dominator realm beasts. What do you think? Let me go. It'll only benefit you. If you insist on going your own way and refuse to release me, then just wait for death. Is that so? Xiao Han's heart shuddered. He quickly glanced around and saw 81 sealing talismans pasted on the surface of the cart. They were emitting magnificent beams of light, which formed a barrier that trapped Shangguan Wudi inside the cart. Translator, Zephizi editor. Dioquin. Xiao Han reached out his right hand and grabbed one of the talismans. All of a sudden, a rebounding force rushed out and sent Xiao Han flying 10 meters away. Puff, Xiao Han spat out a mouthful of blood. Damn it. Diske, little fellow, you're even more impatient than me. Shangguan Wudi said with a trembling voice. His eyes were glowing. Little fellow, listen to me. Each of these sealing talismans is as heavy as a mountain. You have to use your full strength to grab them carefully and tear them apart. Come here and try again. Remember, you have to use your full strength. Otherwise, not only will you not be able to tear the talismans apart, you'll also be hit by the rebounding force. Your body is very powerful and your strength is as deep as the ocean. You can definitely tear the talismans apart. Quick. Xiao Han crawled up from the ground and approached the prisoner cart again. At this moment, Xiao Han gathered all his strength into his right hand and slowly stretched it out. The air was filled with the sound of rolling thunder. Xiao Han grabbed another talisman. This time he was prepared. He was not hurt by the rebounding force. Yes, that's it. Good job. Tear the talismans apart. Quick. Shangguan Wudi roared hysterically. He had been trapped here for more than 1,000 years. His mind had been corrupted by the demonic qi. His biggest wish was to break free from this prison. As long as he could regain his freedom, he would not care about anything else. Xiao Han exerted a huge force in his right hand. With a slight tug, the talisman was loosened. Come on. Shangguan Wudi's eyes opened wider than a cow's egg. However, at this moment, Xiao Han's movement stopped. Shangguan Wudi, I heard that the demonic qi in your body has suppressed your true qi. You have become a useless person. Don't lie to me. I know that even if I let you go, you will not have any combat strength. Do you have the ability to help me kill those 7 demon emperors? Are you trying to fool me? Nonsense. Shangguan Wudi was so embarrassed that he almost flew into a rage after being questioned by Xiao Han. Little brat, you know nothing. Do you know who I am? I am Shangguan Wudi. I am one of the most powerful figures on the monster ranking list. I am immortal. I can move mountains and fill seas with a single thought. I have killed at least 800 demon emperors like you, if not 1,000. I have also killed quite a number of mutated demon emperors. I even killed a great sovereign of the demon clan. When I was at my peak, I could kill a demon emperor like you with a flick of my finger. Yes, I have been corrupted by the demonic qi. My combat strength is less than 10%, and I can't use my true qi as I please. However, it is not a problem for me to kill ordinary demon emperors. Quick. Let me go and I will help you. This is the only way for you to survive. Let's see if you dare to take this gamble. At this moment, boom, 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 from the north, south, east, and west, waves of profound and terrifying demonic qi surged over, about to descend upon the dense forest where Xiao Han was. So it is here. A demonic female voice was heard. I have been discovered. Xiao Han was shocked. I didn't expect that these guys would find me so soon. At this moment, the demonic power in the 93,000 demon veins on Xiao Han's left arm had been replenished. Xiao Han grabbed the prison cart with both hands and wanted to use illusory movement again to escape from the encirclement. However, buzz, with a strange sound with Xiao Han as the center, A glass-like demonic aura suddenly appeared in the space within a few hundred miles. This demonic aura quickly condensed into a solid substance, like a glass cover, covering the entire space. Xiao Han was shrouded in this demonic chi light screen. Ah! The silver-masked demon emperor is actually good at teleportation. However, he's trapped by my natal demon technique, the sky demon prison. I'd like to see how you're going to teleport out. Ah! Try it, you will definitely hit a wall. A rough voice was heard proudly. Among the humans there is a saying called, catching a turtle in a jar. This is what it means now. Silver-masked demon emperor, you are dead. This? Xiao Han was stunned. He glanced around and focused his gaze on the screen of demonic chi. Right now, Xiao Han wasn't confident that he could penetrate the screen of demonic chi and escape with his life if he executed illusory movement. What are you hesitating for? Little thing, you have nowhere to run. You can only fight. There are 4 high-level demon emperors surrounding you. You will definitely die. Let me go quickly. Only then will you have a chance to survive. Shangguan Wudi roared impatiently. Don't be so wishy-washy. Life and death are hanging by a thread. Take the gamble. You are really dawdling. In the past, I had also encountered many life and death situations. Every time I had to put my life on the line. I put my life on the line and fought for my life. Forget it. I swear that I will never hurt a single hair of yours. Let me out now. Damn it. I'll take the gamble. In a split second, Xiao Han made up his mind. Since he was going to die either way, he might as well take the gamble. Boom! Xiao Han pulled with his hand and broke a seal on the surface of the prison cart. To be continued. Chapter 310. Right now, Xiao Han deeply felt the feeling of a tiger being bullied by a dog when it was on the plains. Xiao Han had paid a huge price to kill Li Fanming. He was seriously injured and his bones were about to break. At this moment he was being chased by a few high-level demon emperors and was forced to a dead end. His life was hanging by a thread. 4 high-level demon emperors surrounded Xiao Han from the east, south, west and north. They locked on to Xiao Han's approximate position and shot out a demonic light barrier to trap Xiao Han in this area. Xiao Han could not use illusory movement to escape. It was like catching a turtle in a jar. In such a bad situation, Xiao Han decided to go all out and release Shangguan Wudi. Boom! He tore the first rune that sealed the prisoner cart. He grabbed 2 runes with both hands and tore them with all his strength. Boom! Boom! Then he grabbed 2 runes and tore them apart. Boom! Boom! Xiao Han's hands moved extremely fast. He had made up his mind and would not waste any time. He tore the runes that sealed the prisoner cart. Ah! Good. Little guy, you have guts. Quick! He had to quickly tear apart all the 81 runes. Once I get out, you will be saved. They are just a few small demon emperors. I can help you kill them. Shangguan Wudi let out a thunderous roar from inside the prison cart, as if he had gone mad. He stood up straight in the cell as if he had lost his mind. Clang, clang, clang. Shangguan Wudi also started to circulate his true chi, trying to break the iron chains that surrounded his body. At the same time, crazy demonic chi came out of his pores and cells. It gathered together and made a shrill sound as if a group of demons were hissing. The 68th rune was torn apart by Xiao Han. The 69th rune. The 70th rune. As more and more runes were destroyed, the light of the chains that bound Shangguan Wudi dimmed. Furthermore, Shangguan Wudi was getting more and more spirited. An earth-shattering power was unleashed from his body. Every movement he made was like a dragon, and a layer of lightning appeared around his body. Talismans appeared one after another, and the lightning turned into lightning dragons, lightning snakes, lightning tigers, lightning wolves. Shangguan Wudi was surrounded by hundreds of beasts, and the power of the primordial era was being unleashed. However, true chi, lightning, and many other phenomena were often accompanied by demonic energy, which constantly polluted the quality of Shangguan Wudi's true chi. All of a sudden, Shangguan Wudi struggled. Peng! The thick iron chain around Shangguan Wudi's neck suddenly broke into pieces. Ah! Ah! Shangguan Wudi let out a roar that he had been suppressing for a long time and was finally able to vent. Damn it! Shut up! Xiao Han growled, but his hands did not stop moving. He continued to tear apart the runes. When Xiao Han tore the 78th rune, Shangguan Wudi pointed excitedly. Streams of true chi mixed with demonic energy shot up into the sky. Puff! The heavy iron chains on his body all broke into pieces. Ha 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 ha! Shangguan Wudi finally stood up straight. His huge body, which was more than 2 meters tall, stood in the sky and dominated the wilderness. A slight movement of his body could stir up a storm. Ah! I Shangguan Wudi am finally free. Ah! What? Damn it! The silver-masked demon emperor was trying to release Shangguan Wudi and break the runes that bound him. He was courting death. Shangguan Wudi was already a monster that was neither a human nor a demon. Once he was released, what would happen to him? Hurry up and stop the silver-masked demon emperor. One of the 4 demon emperors that surrounded Xiao Han let out a horrified scream. Boom! 4 streams of demonic energy swept across, and the demonic forest around Xiao Han was instantly vaporized and turned into dust. In the next moment, the 4 demon emperors appeared in the void, only a few miles away from Xiao Han. After they destroyed the demonic forest that covered the sky, there was an open space around them, and Xiao Han fell into their sight. Xiao Han glanced around and found that these 4 demon emperors were the 4 demon emperors that were responsible for robbing Shangguan Wudi. The Flame Demon Emperor, the Evil Wind Demon Emperor, and the Meteorite Demon Emperor, who were the main attackers, were not among them. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, you are courting death. One of the demon sovereigns reacted the fastest. He grabbed with his right hand, and the Demon Emperor crystal between his eyebrows shone with a strange light. In an instant, the demon sovereign's right hand transformed into a gigantic white bone demon claw, and he grabbed at Xiao Han's face in an instant. White bone demon claw. Kill the silver-masked demon emperor and stop Shangguan Wudi from breaking free from the seal. As soon as the white bone demon claw grabbed, countless demonic aura descended from the sky, and the void around them was torn apart like a piece of paper. The roars of the demons were endless. That demonic technique was so powerful that it was even more powerful than Qing Lin Demon Emperor's apocalyptic demonic saber. The other 3 demon emperors also gathered their demonic power, and wanted to launch a fatal attack on Xiao Han. However, at this moment, it's too late. Get out of my way. Bang! The huge prison carriage was instantly smashed into pieces. An extremely powerful aura burst out completely, and Xiao Han was directly blown away. Xiao Han raised his head and spat out a mouthful of blood, feeling anxious. Damn it, Shangguan Wudi is finally out of the cage. I don't know if I made the right bet or the wrong one. After his body fell, Xiao Han lay on the ground and pretended to be dead. All the demonic power contained in the 93,000 demon meridians of the demon, the arch palm on his left arm, kept washing the demon emperor crystals. At this moment, Shangguan Wudi's wild laughter filled the sky and the ground. The surroundings were rumbling, and the demon mountains began to collapse and disintegrate. The entire area was filled with demonic aura, which came from the pores of Shangguan Wudi's body. Now that there were no runes restraining Shangguan Wudi, the demonic aura that grew in his body burst out unrestrainedly. The demonic aura covered the sky, and in the void, it evolved into some powerful demon souls that wandered in all directions, as if a group of demons were dancing. Many demonic lights shot up into the sky, completely covering the scarlet sun, and the whole world was in complete darkness. From within Shangguan Wudi's body, a series of explosions could be heard. It sounded like the destruction of the heavens and earth. Countless cracks appeared in the space like glass, and a strange phenomenon happened. The 4 high-level demon emperors that surrounded Xiao Han were frozen in the demonic aura released by Shangguan Wudi. Their faces were full of astonishment, and their eyes were full of fear. They wanted to run away, but they couldn't move. It seemed that the demonic aura that burst out from Shangguan Wudi's body had completely restrained the 4 high-level demon emperors. Xiao Han lay on the ground, motionless. His body was also wrapped by the demonic aura that burst out from Shangguan Wudi. The demonic aura that burst out from Shangguan Wudi's body is of such a high quality. It's more than 100 times higher than the demonic aura of a high-level demon emperor. Xiao Han was shocked. Then he rolled his eyes. I understand. The demonic aura in Shangguan Wudi's body belongs to the demonic aura of a demon emperor. So, the 4 high-level demon emperors were immediately stunned, and they couldn't even move, like mice meeting a cat. However, all of a sudden something strange happened. The tattoo of the demon emperor's palm on Xiao Han's left arm began to automatically absorb the high-level demonic aura from Shangguan Wudi's body, and in a short time, it was refined into the energy of the demon emperor's palm. This also caused the dried demonic meridians on the demon emperor's palm to awaken. The 93,001 demonic meridians. The 93,010 demonic meridians. 93,111 demonic meridians. 94,000 demonic meridians. 95,000 demonic meridians. 98,000 demonic meridians. No way. The speed of absorbing the demonic aura and awakening the demonic meridians is so fast. Like a hot knife through butter, unstoppable. Xiao Han was completely stunned. At the same time, Shengguan Wudi's body emitted a torrent of true qi, jade talismans, gold talismans and diamond talismans. His whole body was covered in flowing immortal light. He stomped his feet slightly, and the talismans formed an ancient formation with strong true qi and a faint immortal aura. The true qi and the demonic aura began to intertwine on Shengguan Wudi's body. The battle between heaven and man made his face spasm, and his body trembled, as if he was suffering from indescribable pain. Ah, good. I'm going to the demon metropolis now. Ah. Suddenly Shengguan Wudi let out a scream and dashed toward the royal beast that was disguised as a green-robed girl. He grabbed the royal beast with both hands and tore it apart. The royal beast did not even have the chance to make a sound before its body was torn into two pieces. Blood splattered everywhere. Shengguan Wudi grabbed the two pieces of the royal beast's body and dashed toward the demon metropolis, leaving behind a crazy voice. "Young man, thank you for removing the seal for me. I said I wouldn't kill you, so I won't. Now I'm going to the demon metropolis. You can handle the situation here yourself." Ha. His voice gradually faded away. In just a few breaths' time, Shengguan Wudi had disappeared, as if he had arrived at the demon metropolis. Damn it, that lunatic. Xiao Han was furious. After releasing Shengguan Wudi, he actually went back on his word. Not only did he not help him out, he even swaggered off. However, Shengguan Wudi had already lost his mind. Xiao Han had already expected him to be unreliable. In the blink of an eye. Boom! Xiao Han mustered all his remaining strength and soared into the sky, directly charging towards a demon emperor that was still in a daze in the void. Puff! Xiao Han punched the body of the royal beast fiercely. The body of the royal beast cracked like a piece of jade. Bang! 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 Xiao Han punched the royal beast a dozen times in the air and completely destroyed it. Then he threw its body into the storage ring. At the same time, puff! The demon aura barrier that shrouded this area suddenly burst like a soap bubble. The royal beast that was killed by Xiao Han did not fight back at all. It died an unjust death. It was frozen by Shengguan Wudi's aura, as well as the high-level demonic aura emanating from Shengguan Wudi's body. It could not think straight, so it could only be killed by Xiao Han. Of the four royal beasts that surrounded Xiao Han, one was torn apart by Shengguan Wudi, and the other one was killed by Xiao Han. As soon as Shengguan Wudi left, the high-level demonic aura dissipated into the air, allowing the two high-level beast emperors to recover from their daze. The demonic aura in their bodies surged, dispelling the lingering effects of the high-level demonic aura. They bared their teeth and charged at Xiao Han. At this moment, swoosh, Xiao Han once again used the illusory movement technique and directly flew hundreds of miles away, escaping with his life. Bang! After exhausting all of his demonic energy, Xiao Han landed in a valley in the middle of the demon mountains. At this moment, Xiao Han's left arm was glowing with demonic qi. The dried-up demonic meridians on his left monarch beast palm were awakened like mushrooms after the rain. They couldn't stop. 98,000 demonic qi. 98500 demonic qi. 99,000 demonic qi. 99999 demonic qi. He didn't stop until he had 99,999 demonic qi. Chapter 311. Xiao Han was hiding in a corner of the demon mountains. With a thought, he controlled the demonic qi in his body so that the demonic qi would not be too conspicuous. It would only linger around Xiao Han's body. Furthermore, the demonic qi above the mountain range was rampant. In addition, there were countless demonic plants and small demonic beasts in the mountain range. All of them were emitting demonic qi that would not disperse for many years. Therefore, it was not easy for Xiao Han to be discovered even if he hid in a corner of the mountain range. Huff, 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 Xiao Han was lying on the ground like a pile of mud, panting non-stop. He was already severely injured. Just now, he had used all his strength to tear apart the 81 talismans that sealed Shengguan Wudi. After that, he bombarded a demon sovereign with a storm of attacks. Xiao Han was like a lamp that had run out of oil. It was extremely difficult for him to even move a finger now. The heat current from the inextinguishable golden body was frantically nourishing Xiao Han's injured body. The densely packed light rays intertwined with each other, causing Xiao Han to be like a silkworm cocoon that was tightly wrapped by thousands of rays of light. I must recover as soon as possible. 2 of the 7 high demon sovereigns that were chasing after me have already fallen. However, there are still 5 of them left. They will definitely not give up on chasing me. They will definitely go mad with anger when I let Shangguan Wudi go. That was the birthday gift that they had schemed to present to Brother Yen so that they could obtain the precious medicine that could cause the mutation of their bloodline. Now that Shangguan Wudi is gone, all their efforts have gone to waste. How ironic. Xiao Han coughed a few times and spat out a few mouthfuls of blood. A bitter smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. However, the situation was not completely bad. To Xiao Han, the awakening of thousands of demon veins in his left demon sovereign palm was purely an unexpected gain. Now, the number of demon veins awakened in my left demon sovereign palm has reached 99,999. My demonic strength has also increased by a little. The increase in demonic strength is no different from increasing the power of a few demonic techniques. Xiao Han's mind was slightly moved. Incredible. The high-grade demonic qi released from Shangguan Wudi's body is truly incredible. My left arm of the demon sovereign's palm has only absorbed a little bit of it, but I've already awakened thousands of demonic veins. This is no small matter. If I'm able to refine all the demonic qi in Shangguan Wudi's body, I might be able to awaken tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of demonic meridians in my left monarch beast palm. Ugh, wait. Suddenly, a ray of spiritual light caught Xiao Han. Refine the high-grade demonic qi released from Shangguan Wudi's body. My left demon sovereign palm can absorb and refine the genes of the demon race, refine the corpses of demon emperors and mutated demon emperors. Can also refine the demon emperor crystal. Just now, the high-grade demonic qi released by Shangguan Wudi that belonged to the great demon emperor of the demon race could also be perfectly refined by my left demon sovereign palm and become the supreme nourishment of my left demon sovereign palm. However, the reason why Shangguan Wudi was reduced to a monster that was neither human nor demon and was imprisoned by the demon hero pagoda was because the high-grade demonic qi in his body was corroding his will, destroying his true qi and messing up his thoughts. If I can absorb all the high-grade demonic qi planted by the great demon emperor in his body, leaving nothing behind, so that Shangguan Wudi will no longer be corroded by the demonic qi, then, he will be able to regain his majesty and become the all-powerful great demon emperor that he used to be? If I can really absorb all the demonic qi in Shangguan Wudi's body, not only will I be able to save his life, but it will also be a great nourishment for my left demon sovereign palm. The benefits are unimaginable. It's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. As he thought about it, Xiao Han only felt that his soul was stirred and his heart was filled with excitement. He couldn't help but support his body and stand up, looking around. However, Shangguan Wudi had already disappeared. There was no trace of him within a radius of 10,000 li. This guy. Xiao Han cursed in his heart. Shangguan Wudi has lost his mind. His brain was burnt by the demonic qi. He rushed to the demon capital as soon as he was freed. Idiot. He's completely courting death. Even if he entered the demon capital when he was at his peak, he would still die, let alone a half-crippled person like him. What a pity. What a waste. Xiao Han gnashed his teeth. The high-grade demonic qi that Shangguan Wudi is emitting is no less than a huge treasure to me. I can benefit a lot from it and increase my combat strength by a few levels. However, he is courting death by going to the demon metropolis. If he goes to the demon metropolis, he will naturally be surrounded by tens of thousands of demons and will be devoured in an instant. What a pity for his high-grade demonic qi. Xiao Han beat his chest and stamped his feet on the spot for a while. Then he sat against the wall of a cliff and quietly adjusted his breathing. A few hours later, under the nourishment of the indestructible golden body's heaven-defying recovery power, Xiao Han's injuries had also recovered by half. The terrifying wounds on his body, which were covered in blood and flesh, also gradually began to heal. Night fell. The night here was completely different from the 4 regions of the human race in the great wilderness. The night here was extremely cold. Between heaven and earth, there was a layer of dark red. Between the demon mountains and the forest, there were densely packed demonic blood-red dots of light. Those were the small demonic beasts that hid in the caves in this area. They were secretly watching. Although he had already recovered from a small portion of his injuries, Xiao Han did not act blindly without thinking. Instead, he continued to silently sit cross-legged under a cliff. Those high-grade demon emperors must still be looking for me. However, as long as I can hold on for a few days, my injuries will be completely healed. Then I will have the ability to fight them to the end. Moreover, I will definitely counterattack and find an opportunity to kill them one by one. Xiao Han licked his lips. In the next moment, Xiao Han carefully took out the corpse of the Demon Emperor that he had just beaten to death from his storage ring. The corpse of the Demon Emperor had been violently punched by Xiao Han more than 10 times. Its corpse had already been smashed into pieces. Of course, even though it was a mutilated corpse, it still exuded a powerful demonic aura. The demonic aura and pressure that was as heavy as a mountain could even cause a human low-level Jinchi realm martial artist to crumble under such pressure. I will use the demon god palm on my left arm to absorb and refine this corpse of a high-grade demon emperor. Now, I have awakened 99,999 demon veins. Logically speaking, this is the limit of a high-grade demon emperor. Once the number of demon veins awakened reaches 100,000, one can be called a mutated demon emperor. The life force of a mutated demon emperor is incomparable to an ordinary demon emperor. I wonder if this high-grade demon emperor corpse can help me awaken the first 100,000 demon veins. I'm a human and definitely can't evolve into a mutated demon emperor. However, my demon god palm that has lost its energy might mutate. Xiao Han murmured to himself. In the next moment, a whirlpool-like suction force burst out from the tattoo of the demon god palm on his left arm. With a pull, a small piece of the demon emperor corpse was absorbed. This small piece of the demon emperor corpse turned into rays of light and sunglow, fusing into Xiao Han's demon god palm on his left arm. All of a sudden, it dispersed like the spring wind and rain, turning into supreme nourishment and dispersed into the demon god palm. The tattoo of the demon god palm on his left arm began to wriggle. After less than an hour, the high-grade demon emperor corpse was completely absorbed. However, what's going on? Xiao Han was shocked. After absorbing this high-grade demon emperor corpse, not a single demon vein was awakened on the demon god palm on his left arm. It was still only 99,999 demon veins. It can't be? This is the corpse of a high-grade demon emperor. Its life force and genes are extraordinary. How can it not even awaken a single demon vein? In the past, even if my demon god palm on my left arm absorbed the life force and genes of demon generals, or even some demon plants and demon beasts, it could still awaken some demon veins. Now that it absorbed the high-grade demon emperor corpse, it can't awaken any demon vein? This is a high-grade demon emperor whose demonic power is even stronger than that of demon emperor Qinglin. What's going on? Xiao Han was completely dumbfounded. The 100,000 demon vein had completely absorbed the essence of the high-grade demon emperor corpse, but it only wriggled a few times, but there was no sign of awakening. Damn it. I don't believe it. Xiao Han was a little anxious. With another thought in his mind, the demon god palm on his left arm absorbed another high-grade demon emperor corpse. Less than an hour later, after the 100,000 demon vein devoured the life force and essence of the high-grade demon emperor corpse, it still wriggled a few times and then became as still as an ancient well. The 100,000 demon vein was like a bottomless pit. It seemed that no matter how many high-grade demon emperors it devoured, it would not awaken. Let me think. Xiao Han stopped absorbing the remaining high-grade demon emperor corpses. Instead, he frowned and racked his brains. It seems that the 100,000 demon vein is not so easy to awaken. That's right. I've heard before that ordinary high-grade demon emperors would never be able to awaken the 100,000th demon vein in their lifetime. It's a hurdle, a natural chasm. For example, we humans cultivate true qi to break through acupoints. For example, a martial artist with average aptitude in the true qi realm might never be able to break through the 51st acupoint and enter the expanded acupoint realm. Just like my senior brother Dong Feng and senior brother Feng Ling. They have been demon heroes for a long time, but their true qi realm has always been stuck at the 5th level of true qi, unable to break through the 51st acupoint. Hiss. I think I understand a little. The high-grade demon emperor that I killed was a demon emperor whose bloodline was restricted. It was impossible for it to mutate. There's only one way to make them mutate, and that's to consume the elixir concocted by Yen Lang. That's why they were willing to take the risk and kidnap Shangguan Wudi right under the nose of the powerful figures of the human strongholds. They wanted to present him to Yen Lang and flatter him. Since it's a high-grade demon emperor with a lowly bloodline that can't mutate, my demon emperor palm tattoo will never be able to break through the 100,000th demon vein. Damn it, how can my demon emperor palm tattoo evolve and awaken the 100,000th demon vein? Get the elixir from Yen Lang? Is that the only way? No, there seems to be another way, which is to absorb the high-grade demon qi in Shangguan Wudi's body. That's the demon qi left by the demon emperor, and its quality is extremely high. Maybe after absorbing it, my Demon Emperor palm tattoo can awaken the 100,000th demon vein. Xiao Han pondered for a while and had some ideas, so he stopped absorbing the remaining high-grade Demon Emperor corpses. He carefully turned over one of the Demon Emperor corpses, and with his fingers like hooks, he dug out a Demon Emperor crystal from the Demon Emperor corpse. The size of this Demon Emperor crystal was almost the same as the Azure Dragon Demon Emperor crystal. It was light green in color, lustrous, translucent, and had natural markings. It was like the most precious and expensive gem in the world. Inside the Demon Emperor crystal, there were some ancient demon clan talismans slowly rotating. At this time, the demon egg that was dormant in Xiao Han's heart rotated a few times and released a thought into the Demon Emperor crystal. At the same time, Xiao Han's consciousness also entered the Demon Emperor crystal. Soon, some information appeared in Xiao Han's mind. Prison Demon Emperor Crystal Demonic Technique, Prison of Sky Demon. It was a cold and demonic night. On a mountain among the many demon mountains. Damn it. The silver-masked Demon Emperor actually let Shengguan Wudi go. And he killed Demon Emperor Lu Yi and Prison Demon Emperor. Unforgivable. Roar. The Flame Demon Emperor let out a roar that sounded like the cry of the cuckoos and blood-crying apes. He was extremely furious. The other 4 Demon Emperors beside the Flame Demon Emperor were also full of killing intent. We must find the silver-masked Demon Emperor. Tear him into pieces. The Evil Wind Demon Emperor also roared. He ruined our perfect plan. Our wish of presenting the gift to Master Yen Lang and getting the elixir has been ruined. We must catch him. Let's split up and look for him. That guy is seriously injured and can't have gone far. He's in this area. We must find him even if we have to dig 3 feet into the ground. The Flame Demon Emperor looked as if he couldn't wait to catch a few people and eat them. Chapter 312. After killing a Demon Emperor, Xiao Han also obtained a Demon Emperor crystal. He released his mental power and studied it carefully. Sky Prison Demon Emperor? Xiao Han's mind was slightly moved. This Sky Prison Demon Emperor's natal demon technique is the Sky Demon Prison. This Sky Demon Prison is a demon technique that integrates both offense and defense. When using this demon technique, one can extract the demonic energy from the demon vein and create a demonic light barrier. This barrier can at most cover an area of a few hundred li. If the enemy trapped inside the barrier isn't strong enough, they won't be able to break out of the Sky Demon Prison. Moreover, the enemy inside the Sky Demon Prison will consume 10 times more energy than usual. In other words, when trapped in the Sky Demon Prison, the demand for food and water was 10 times more than usual. The consumption of physical strength was also 10 times more than usual. Therefore, after being trapped, if one couldn't break free, it was very likely that one would starve to death, die of thirst, or die of exhaustion in a short period of time. Of course, the Sky Demon Prison could also envelop the caster without any negative effects. This layer of light barrier became a layer of protective armor. This demon technique is only SOSO. Now that a great enemy is in front of us, and once we enter the demon metropolis, it will be even more dangerous. Mastering one more demon technique will give me one more chance to protect my life. Xiao Han didn't hesitate at all. He placed the Sky Prison Demon Emperor crystal on his left palm and closed his eyes slightly. The Demon Emperor's palm tattoo on his left arm emitted waves of devouring power. Clang. Just one suck. The Sky Prison Demon Emperor crystal was suddenly embedded into a groove on the left arm of the Demon Emperor's palm. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Immediately, all the demonic power contained in the 99,999 demon meridians turned into streams of spirit energy that poured into the notch, causing the Celestial Prison Demon Emperor crystal to completely merge with the notch. They were like glue, inseparable from each other. This was the process of refinement. Xiao Han had refined 4 Demon Emperor crystals in succession, so he was no stranger to this kind of refining. Instead, it was a familiar process. Gradually, the Sky Prison Demon Monarch crystal was inserted into the groove inch by inch and became a part of the Demon Monarch's palm. At the same time, strings of Demon Clan symbols began to evaporate. Some enlightenment and comprehension flowed into Xiao Han's brain. Dense tadpole-like Demon Clan symbols hovered around Xiao Han, constantly rotating. These Demon Clan symbols eventually formed a faint light curtain that enveloped Xiao Han. A primordial, desolate aura suddenly spread out. Great. Ongzong. Ancient. This allowed Xiao Han to slowly master the trick to the demon technique, the Sky Demon Prison. The next morning, The cold and desolate demonic night was chased away by the first faint red light of the morning. The world gradually brightened. On the branches of the mountains, many demonic birds were chirping. Xiao Han slowly opened his eyes, a demonic glint flashed across his eyes. I've finally refined this demon emperor crystal perfectly, allowing me to obtain the 5th demon art, Sky Demon Prison. Xiao Han nodded with satisfaction. However, wung, the left demon monarch's palm made a slight trembling sound. The 5 demon monarch crystals were wriggling and vibrating, vaguely showing signs of breaking free. The 99999 demon veins surged faster, trying hard to maintain the connection between the 5 demon monarch crystals and the left demon monarch's palm. I've reached the limit. Xiao Han frowned. The left demon monarch's palm has awakened 99,999 demon veins and embedded 5 demon monarch crystals. When the 5th demon monarch crystal, the Sky Prison demon monarch crystal, was refined and embedded, there was a problem with the supply of demon power to the 99999 demon veins. In other words, the current demon monarch's palm can only be embedded with 5 demon monarch crystals at most. If I forcibly refine and embed them, not only will I not be able to master the new demon art, but the entire left demon monarch's palm will also explode. 5 was the limit. Unless the left demon monarch's palm could break through the 100,000th demon vein and complete the mutation. Phew! Xiao Han stood up and let out a breath of turbid air. He stretched his muscles and bones. After a night of recuperation, Xiao Han's injured body had recovered by half. About another day and a half Xiao Han will be able to reach my peak state. I wonder if the 5 demon monarchs, at this moment, boom, 2 streams of demon chi descended from the sky and deeply shrouded Xiao Han. Xiao Han was also wrapped in it. In all directions, it was as if the wind was howling and the cranes were in a state of panic. Then 2 terrifying auras filled with demonic wind slowly descended and suppressed the scene. The evil wind demon monarch and the meteorite demon monarch came together and surrounded Xiao Han from the front and the back. The 2 demon monarchs appeared in their original forms. They were both dozens of feet tall, with protruding horns on their heads, green faces and fangs. On their evil demonic bodies, there was a continuous flow of demon chi that was as thick as a long river. The demon chi could crush a mountain if it was slightly materialized. The 2 demon monarchs were known for their offensive power. They had once joined forces and killed Ji Xiaofeng, a demon monarch of the human clan. Now, the meteorite demon monarch was standing on a small mountain in front of Xiao Han like a lonely crane. The evil wind demon monarch was standing on the top of an ancient tree behind Xiao Han with his arms crossed. His whole body was swaying in the waves of demon wind. He was as light as a feather. He seemed to have mastered some of the mysteries of the wind. 2 demon monarchs? It seems like the 5 demon emperors are looking for me in different directions. This is a good opportunity for me to kill them one by one. If the 5 demon emperors were to surround me at the same time, I would have no choice but to use illusory movement to escape. But now I have a chance. Xiao Han remained calm. Silver Masked Demon Monarch. You despicable thing. How dare you release Shangguan Wudi without permission? Moreover, you killed Demon Monarch Lu Yi and Prison Demon Monarch. You are unforgivable. The meteorite demon emperor's murderous aura soared into the sky. Demonic chi surged all over his body and condensed into a glassy meteorite above his head. This meteorite was 1 acre in size, and it was surrounded by demonic chi like billowing smoke. It was also flashing with ancient demonic clan runes. Xiao Han had seen the power of this meteorite with his own eyes. Once it was pressed down, its power would reach tens of millions of cauldrons. It could crush a mountain range and cause a part of the space to collapse, dismember and turn into chaos. Originally, it would be best if we could peacefully escort Shangguan Wudi to the demon metropolis and present him to Master Yen Lang. Everyone would be able to obtain heaven-defying benefits. It's a pity that you insist on killing me. I have no choice but to let Shangguan Wudi go. That way no one will benefit from it, Xiao Han said unceasingly. Secretly, while accumulating his physical strength, he channeled all the demonic energy contained in his 99,999 demonic veins into the 5 demon emperor crystals and circulated them in a continuous cycle. He was able to execute any demonic skill at any time, or 5 demonic skills at the same time. What about Flame Demon Monarch? Why don't you chase after me together? That way I can kill all of you, Xiao Han said with a hideous smile. Silver Masked Demon Monarch, although you managed to kill Li Fanming, a powerhouse of the human race, it was an internecine outcome. Don't force yourself. You're at the end of your rope. You're a frightened bird at the twang of a bow. Evil Wind Demon Monarch stared at Xiao Han fearlessly. Suddenly he paused. However, Silver Masked Demon Monarch, your bloodline hasn't mutated. Why are you able to cast several different demon techniques at the same time? What secrets do you have? Besides, you do have something that attracts us. Let's do it this way. If you hand over these secrets, the Meteorite Demon Emperor and I can consider sparing your life. This is the greatest gift we can give you. Fortunately, we found you first. If Flame Demon Monarch found you, you'd definitely die. Ah, I'm forcing myself. You've seen through me. Amazing. Moreover, I do have some great secrets. Once you get them, you'll have a meteoric rise and be immortal for eternity. It's possible for you to become a mutated demon monarch, a demon emperor, or even a demon god. Xiao Han said without thinking. What? Demon god? Hearing Xiao Han's nonsense, Evil Wind Demon Monarch and Meteorite Demon Monarch were shocked at the same time. Silver Masked Demon Monarch. What nonsense are you talking about? How dare you? Lord Demon. Lord Demon God is the faith of countless planes in our demon race. It is supreme. Even if the heavens and earth perish, the demon god will not perish. Even if the sun and moon decay, the demon god will not perish. How dare you use Lord Demon God's name? Now's the time. Just when Evil Wind Demon Monarch and Meteorite Demon Monarch were shocked, Xiao Han seized the opportunity and suddenly moved. Boom! First, a large amount of demonic light burst out and directly covered Evil Wind Demon Monarch. The demonic light formed a light barrier in an instant, sealing Evil Wind Demon Monarch within it. Sky Demon Prison. At the same time, Xiao Han had already rushed to Meteorite Demon Monarch behind him. Xiao Han's physical body had already been tempered to be extremely strong. With a slight movement he could move more than thousands of zhang away. In an instant he arrived in front of Meteorite Demon Monarch. Xiao Han had been talking nonsense at the beginning to attract the attention of these two demon monarchs, but his mind was constantly calculating how to kill these two demon monarchs in the shortest time. Then Xiao Han had already rushed to Meteorite Demon Monarch when he launched a Sky Demon Prison. Everything was done within a breath of time. Moreover, the name of Demon God was obviously a taboo in the entire demon clan. As soon as Xiao Han said it, the two demon monarchs were stunned. In a flash, as soon as Xiao Han got close to Meteorite Demon Monarch, he punched out without saying anything. This punch was condensed with Xiao Han's physical body's 53 million cauldrons mighty force. The strike of an eagle was aimed directly at Meteorite Demon Monarch. When the punch was launched, it was silent. However, after locking on the aura of Meteorite Demon Monarch, it immediately shot out sharp light in all directions. Heaven and earth were filled with surging killing intent. This punch could kill ghosts and immortals. The airflow in all directions was first distorted, then collapsed, and then expanded. Damn it! Meteorite Demon Monarch screamed, and its demonic body was about to shrink back. At the same time, the demon realm meteorite above its head was about to suppress Xiao Han's head. At this moment, buzz. A huge demon talisman fell from the sky, sealing people, immortals, ghosts, and demons. Sky Demon God Investiture. The celestial demon investiture only caused the demonic body of the Meteorite Demon Emperor to pause a little, but it was not enough to seal it. After all, this Sky Demon God Investiture was only released by Xiao Han by consuming the demonic force in a mere 10,000 demon meridians. However, such a pause was enough. Bang! Xiao Han took the opportunity to punch Meteorite Demon Monarch's chest. A huge force of 53 million cauldrons spread out. Puchi. Meteorite Demon Monarch spat out a mouthful of blood. It had been punched by Xiao Han, and its body was shaken repeatedly. It retreated and howled in pain. I'll kill you while you're down. Bang, 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 bang. Although Xiao Han's injuries were still not healed, he still punched the Meteorite Demon Monarch's demonic body without hesitation. Every punch was like a volcanic eruption or the impact of a comet. The aftermath of the huge force spread in all directions. Dozens of demon mountains in all directions collapsed and exploded one after another, causing thick smoke and dust to rise. The sky was filled with demon blood. The Meteorite Demon Monarch was smashed into pieces. Its demonic body exploded all of a sudden, and even its head was smashed. It was blown up alive. Puff! Xiao Han also spat out a mouthful of blood. His injuries that had just been half-healed worsened again. However, Xiao Han didn't have time to think too much in a life-and-death battle. After killing the Meteorite Demon Monarch, Xiao Han turned around and rushed to the Evil Wind Demon Monarch, who was trapped in the Sky Demon Prison. At this moment, the Evil Wind Demon Monarch. Damn it! This is the Sky Demon Monarch's innate demonic technique, the Sky Demon Prison. Silver Masked Demon Monarch, why did you use this demonic technique? You. The evil Wind Demon Monarch was so scared that his hair stood on end. Clang, 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 the evil Wind Demon Monarch tried his best to attack the demonic aura barrier, but he couldn't break it. Boom! A ball of demonic wind instantly formed in the evil Wind Demon Monarch's right hand, and he threw it out. Doomsday Evil Wind. The storm of demonic aura slammed into the Sky Fiend prison. There was a series of explosions, and a huge amount of demonic power spread out inside the Sky Fiend prison. The sky darkened and sand and rocks flew everywhere. In an instant, cracks appeared on the light screen of the Sky Fiend prison. Puff! The evil Wind Demon Monarch tore the light curtain of the Sky Demon prison into powder with both hands, and finally stepped out of the prison. However, just as the evil Wind Demon Monarch used his demonic power to break out of the Sky Demon prison and struggled out, a huge fist slowly enlarged in his eyes. Xiao Han punched the evil Wind Demon Monarch's head. The punch even caused the roars of tens of thousands of beasts to be heard in all directions. A huge vortex appeared and a powerful army was floating in it. Plop! Xiao Han's punch was like an iron hammer that hit the evil Wind Demon Monarch's face hard. All of a sudden the evil Wind Demon Monarch's face was full of cracks like an egg. Ah! The evil Wind Demon Monarch let out a heart-wrenching scream. His head was shaking crazily, and his body was convulsing non-stop. Bang! 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 Xiao Han didn't show any mercy. He punched the evil Wind Demon Monarch's head again and again. After a few punches, bang! With a loud bang the evil Wind Demon Monarch's head suddenly exploded. A shining Demon Emperor crystal bounced out and was caught by Xiao Han. Chapter 313. Xiao Han had yet to fully recover from his injuries, but he managed to defeat the Meteorite Demon Emperor and the evil Wind Demon Emperor who were chasing after him. Xiao Han didn't have the time to enjoy the joy of victory. His demonic power was almost exhausted, and his injuries worsened. His physical strength was also overdrawn. Without saying a word, he directly put the broken corpses of the two demon emperors into his storage ring. Then he extracted the remaining demonic power and used it to escape far away. Boom! As soon as Xiao Han left, a ball of white demonic fire suddenly engulfed the area. Demonic chi filled the air and evaporated a large area. Even the air in this area withered and withered. From the sky, 3 demon emperors with evil chi descended. Roar! The leading demon emperor, Flame Demon Emperor, was extremely angry. He roared to the sky. Silver Masked Demon Emperor. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, you actually killed my 2 most capable subordinates, the evil Wind Demon Emperor and the Meteorite Demon Emperor. Flame Demon Emperor roared. However, his tone was no longer as confident as before, as if he had everything under control. In his hysteria there was a kind of cowering and fear. Although the 7 demon emperors led by Flame Demon Emperor were only high-level demon emperors with ordinary bloodlines who couldn't mutate, they were very united. Whether it was in the demon realm or the human realm, they were a small team that couldn't be underestimated. This small team had also fought against many human demons and monsters throughout the ages. In the demon metropolis, not every mutated demon emperor could trample on them casually. In fact, the Flame Demon Emperor was related to a great emperor of the monster clan. However, today in order to chase after Xiao Han, this small team had already lost a total of 4 demon emperors. Demon Emperor Louis was dead. Prison Demon Emperor was dead. Evil Wind Demon Emperor was dead. Meteorite Demon Emperor was dead. Evil Wind Demon Emperor and Meteorite Demon Emperor are both dead. The White Bone Demon Emperor said in horror. Flame Demon Emperor, what should we do now? Although the Silver Masked Demon Emperor is seriously injured, he's definitely not that easy to deal with. We've already paid a heavy price. Now should we still chase after him? Let's just return to the demon metropolis. There was another demon emperor called the Roar Demon Emperor who was also at a loss. Flame Demon Emperor. The hatred between us and the Silver Masked Demon Emperor will never end unless one of us is dead. We must kill him. However, there's no harm in returning to the demon capital first and recuperating. We'll find a chance to deal with him in the future. We've been searching for the Silver Masked Demon Emperor in this vast and boundless demon mountain for the past few days. Obviously, both the White Bone Demon Emperor and the Howl Demon Emperor were terrified. Their cowardice was obvious. Bullshit. The Flame Demon Emperor was furious. Majestic demonic chi shot out of his body, forcing the White Bone Demon Emperor and the Howl Demon Emperor to take a few steps back. It glared at the White Bone Demon Emperor and the Howl Demon Emperor with ferocious eyes. The two Demon Emperors were so frightened that they lowered their heads. Their hearts were pounding and they were feeling uneasy. We've already come to this point. We must find the Silver Masked Demon Emperor in order to make up for our losses. The Flame Demon Emperor gnashed his teeth. Shengguan Wudi was released by that guy and the Evil Wind Demon Emperor and the others were killed by him. This caused us to suffer a great loss. However, I'm more and more convinced that the Silver Masked Demon Emperor is hiding a shocking secret. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to kill our companions when he was seriously injured and on the verge of death. If we can get our hands on this secret, we'll probably be able to make up for our losses with interest. White Bone Demon Emperor, Howl Demon Emperor, don't be afraid. From now on, the three of us will not split up. We'll search for the Silver Masked Demon Emperor together. As long as we don't give him a chance to kill us one by one, he'll definitely fall into our hands. At that time we'll make him beg for death. As for the Evil Wind Demon Emperor and the others, it doesn't matter if they're dead. Their deaths are also very valuable. At least, I've confirmed how precious the secret of the Silver Masked Demon Emperor is. The demon clan was extremely selfish and cruel. They wouldn't care too much about the death of their companions. Well, alright then. However, the three of us must not split up. I also believe that as long as the three of us stay together, the Silver Masked Demon Emperor won't stand a chance at all. The White Bone Demon Emperor and the Howl Demon Emperor also calmed down. Boom! Xiao Han fell into a valley of a demon mountain again. His mouth was dry and his tongue was dry. Xiao Han sat cross-legged and seized the time to release the indestructible golden body to nourish his injured body. At the same time, he took out a large number of heavenly wasteland demon fruits from his storage ring to replenish the demonic power of the 99999 dried-up demon meridians on his left arm. After an hour, Xiao Han finally heaved a sigh of relief. Damn it, I've used all my strength to kill the two demon emperors just now. Alas, my injury has worsened. I don't know when I can fully recover. Xiao Han shook his head and sighed. However, it's fine. After killing the Evil Wind Demon Emperor and the Meteorite Demon Emperor, there are only 3 Demon Emperors left. As long as my injury recovers, even if I encounter the 3 Demon Emperors head-on, I still have a chance. Xiao Han sneered and immediately took out 2 pieces of Demon Emperor crystals that were as dazzling as stars from his storage ring. The Evil Wind Demon Emperor Crystal. The Meteorite Demon Emperor Crystal. The 2 pieces of Demon Emperor crystals were even better than the Sky Prison Demon Emperor crystal in terms of appearance and size. They sealed the Doomsday Evil Wind and the Demon Realm Meteorite respectively, which were 2 pure offensive demonic techniques. However, after refining and embedding 5 pieces of Demon Emperor crystals, Xiao Han's left arm had reached its limit. He couldn't embed a 6th or 7th piece of Demon Emperor crystal. Otherwise, he would be harmed and his left arm would explode into pieces. Xiao Han played with the 2 beautiful Demon Emperor crystals. He could feel the terrifying attacking power of the 2 demonic techniques, but he could only stare at them for a while. I have to make the left arm of the Demon Emperor crystal mutate so that I can embed and refine more Demon Emperor crystals, so that my attacking methods will become more and more abundant. Xiao Han put the 2 pieces of Demon Emperor crystals into his storage ring. Then, while recuperating and healing his injury, Xiao Han pondered over the 5 demonic techniques he had mastered and how to cooperate with each other to attack and defend. Just now, when Xiao Han killed the Evil Wind Demon Emperor and the Meteorite Demon Emperor, he displayed the 2 demonic techniques, the Heavenly Demon God Investiture and the Heavenly Demon Prison. When he escaped, he also used the illusory movement. This made Xiao Han understand that if these demonic techniques worked well and complemented each other, they would burst out with unexpected power. Xiao Han began to carefully study the cooperation between the demonic techniques. The demonic night arrived. Boom, 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 a strong demonic aura rolled over. Oh, they found them again? Xiao Han stood up. Yes, it's the remaining 3 demon emperors. However, I won't fight them head-on this time. As soon as he thought of this, a demonic light flashed on Xiao Han's left arm. He turned into a residual shadow and a mirror image and disappeared thousands of miles away. Less than a breath after Xiao Han disappeared, the Flaming Demon Emperor and the White Bone Demon Emperor descended. Damn it! It ran away again. Just a little bit more and it actually ran away. This guy is too treacherous and cunning. The Flaming Demon Emperor barked unwillingly, but he had no choice. After all, he was too slow and let Xiao Han escape. Immediately, the Flaming Demon Emperor rolled his eyes and fell into deep thought. After a dozen breaths, I've got an idea. The flaming demon emperor's eyes lit up. Use the precious medicine that can block the demonic aura. Let's hide our aura deeply. In this way, that bastard silver-masked demon emperor won't be able to predict us in advance. As long as the three of us block him, he can't escape even if he wants to. Yes, the flaming demon emperor. Our demonic aura is too strong, so the silver-masked demon emperor can smell us from afar before we arrive. The white-boned demon emperor nodded repeatedly. The three demon emperors immediately took the precious medicine that could block the demonic aura and turned into human form. The boiling demonic aura in their bodies was restrained and they disguised their aura as humans. After disguising themselves, they could still activate a small part of their demonic aura at will to fly and scan Xiao Han's aura with their demonic senses. A night had passed. Xiao Han lay on his back among the dense branches and leaves of a demonic tree and stretched. Immediately, Xiao Han looked inside his body and came to a conclusion. About 60% of my injuries have healed. Well, it'll only take 1.5 days or 2 days at most. I'll be full of vigor. At that time, Flame Demon Emperor, I'll kill all of you. All of your Demon Emperor crystals will belong to this young master. At this moment, buzz, 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 the demon egg that was hibernating in his heart started to spin and gave a warning. Again? Oh, this time I didn't sense the demonic aura in advance. I know they must have blocked most of the demonic aura. But it's useless. No matter how they hide it, even if it's flawless, they can't hide from my demon egg. I'm not going to accompany you anymore. You guys have fun. Whoosh, Xiao Han's left arm flashed with demonic light and he was already thousands of miles away. He escaped again? What's going on? After Xiao Han escaped, the flaming demon emperor, the white-boned demon emperor, and the howling demon emperor finally arrived. No way? We've already hidden 90% of our demonic aura in our bodies. How could the silver-masked demon emperor discover us in advance? How did he do it? The howling demon emperor was shocked and dumbfounded. Just a little bit more. Keep going. Keep chasing. I don't believe that I can't catch him. The flaming demon emperor was almost driven mad by Xiao Han. At night, Xiao Han was hiding in a cave on a steep mountain wall. Great. I've recovered 70% of my injuries. It's close to 80% now. Now, within my body, there's already a violent power surging and surging. I'll be able to recover to my peak state by noon tomorrow. Then it's time for this game of hunting and being hunted to end. At noon the next day, just as Xiao Han had expected, at this time, all the injuries on his body were completely healed. The surface of his body was glowing like pearls and jade. His aura was like that of a dragon. Xiao Han was standing on the bank of a demonic river. He moved his muscles and bones a little. The terrifying sound of stars disintegrating could be heard from all directions. At this moment, there seemed to be a cosmic storm rolling in Xiao Han's eyes. Just a slight stare from his eyes would cause the wind and clouds to surge, sand and stones to fly, and mountains to be torn apart. His aura was like that of a dragon. Just a slight movement of his seemed to have the terrifying power to destroy heaven and earth. Xiao Han casually stretched out his hand and grabbed a mass of air. He grabbed it in his hand and it exploded with a slight squeeze. Just by standing there casually, he had an aura that was as deep as the abyss and as deep as the mountains. The light in all directions was distorted, and the space was slightly collapsing. Now Xiao Han could blow a small mountain away with a puff of his breath. He was full of confidence that he would win. I've finally recovered. Xiao Han smiled slightly. At this moment, boom, boom, boom. 3 powerful auras approached quickly from afar and instantly locked Xiao Han's aura. A furious voice could be heard. Silver-masked demon emperor, you can't escape now, can you? Let's see how you can escape now. Chapter 3:14. The Flame Demon Emperor, the White-Bone Demon Emperor, and the Sound Roar Demon Emperor finally came together and locked onto Xiao Han's aura. Of course, Xiao Han didn't want to continue using the illusory movement to circle around with the 3 demon emperors. Therefore he deliberately let them catch him. They're really haunting me. Xiao Han smiled faintly. Now that Xiao Han had recovered from his injuries, his aura was extremely strong, as if he was the ruler of the world. He was no longer as weak as he was before. Most importantly, Xiao Han's confidence had been re-established as he recovered from his injuries. Pointing at the sky and standing on the ground, he was invincible. Silver-masked Demon Emperor. You've finally been caught by us. The Flame Demon Emperor's voice came from afar. There was a sense of complacency and satisfaction in his voice. Just give up and surrender. Hand over your secrets and explode your demon body so that we can get your demon emperor crystal. That way you can avoid a lot of pain. Otherwise, once this emperor activates the netherworld demonic fire, I will slowly burn you, simmering you with a gentle fire and eroding your bones with a cold flame. You will definitely regret coming to this world. 3 huge waves of demonic chi shrouded Xiao Han. The demonic light was like the sea and the surrounding space was compressed. It was as if there were thousands of giant demon beasts rushing towards Xiao Han in the sky. Xiao Han had nowhere to run or retreat to. Ah! Xiao Han suddenly laughed. Well, now that my injuries have recovered, it's time for me to go to the demon metropolis. It just so happens that you have delivered yourselves to my doorstep for me to slaughter. Then, I will reluctantly deal with you all and obtain your demon emperor crystals before going to the demon metropolis. Demon metropolis, I am coming. Xiao Han's voice was full of yearning. He simply didn't take the flame demon emperor, the white bone demon emperor, and the sound roar demon emperor seriously. What? Silver masked demon emperor, your demon body has recovered? Oh, how is this possible? You were severely injured and your demon body was destroyed. What? Why did you recover in just a few days? The white bones demon monarch screamed in fear. His voice was trembling and filled with fear and panic. Obviously, the white bone demon emperor was extremely fearful of Xiao Han. If the flame demon emperor had not insisted on killing Xiao Han, he and the howl demon emperor would have escaped long ago. Shut up. White bone demon emperor. You useless thing. The demonic strength of the silver masked demon emperor is equivalent to ours. It's just a high-level demon emperor with an ordinary bloodline. It hasn't mutated yet. Although it has a great secret, we can definitely kill it if the 3 of us join forces. What are you afraid of? What a piece of trash. The flame demon emperor scolded immediately. Let's finish this quickly. Suddenly, the demonic light on Xiao Han's left arm surged up violently like a hurricane. A strong demonic aura spread out in an instant. I'll use my strongest killer move. In Xiao Han's eyes, a demonic and fanatical light flashed past. The next moment, swoosh, 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 rays of amber, beautiful and flawless light burst out from Xiao Han's left arm. Then, a ferocious, evil and terrifying azure dragon shadow the size of a palm suddenly sprang out from Xiao Han's left arm and fused into the center of Xiao Han's eyebrows. Roar! Xiao Han let out a desolate and ancient roar. His whole body was shining brightly, and his aura was rising steadily. It could topple mountains and overturn seas. It seemed that some ancient and powerful ferocious creature had suddenly possessed Xiao Han's body. The monstrous demonic aura was rushing, mixed with the primordial dragon roar. The powerful aura covered a radius of 100 miles, causing the demon mountains to become soft. The densely packed demon plants were either uprooted or broken at the waist. Poof, 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 poof. Xiao Han's body began to grow taller, and green scales appeared on the surface of his body. Azure Dragon Possession. The Azure Dragon Demon Emperor's natal demonic technique. He had transformed his physique into the primordial Azure Dragon's physique. Currently, Xiao Han had awakened 99,999 demon meridians. In terms of demonic strength, he was already comparable to the Azure Dragon Demon Emperor. Moreover, Xiao Han's physical strength had reached 53 million cauldrons, which was a few times stronger than the Azure Dragon Demon Emperor's original strength. Therefore, the great technique that Xiao Han performed, the Azure Dragon Possession, was definitely much more powerful than the Azure Dragon Demon Emperor's. As a result, the strength of the Azure Dragon was infinitely close to 100 million cauldrons. It was comparable to the early-stage True Chi Talisman realm experts of the human race. The 100-zhang-long Azure Dragon floated in the void and stared ahead with its cold eyes. Its eyes were numb and filled with killing intent. At this moment, the Flame Demon Emperor, the White Bone Demon Emperor, and the Howl Demon Emperor also attacked at the same time. The transformed Xiao Han faced off against the 3 Dominator beasts. Seeing that Xiao Han had transformed into a gigantic Azure Dragon that looked like an ancient deity, the White Bone Demon Emperor and the Howl Demon Emperor involuntarily took a step back. Damn it! This demonic technique is indeed powerful. However, if the 3 of us join forces, we definitely won't lose to it. Howl Demon Emperor, White Bone Demon Emperor, attack. Let's join forces and display our natal demonic technique to cripple the Silver Masked Demon Emperor. The Flame Demon Emperor roared fiercely. With a poof, He revealed his demonic body, and the demonic aura all over his body started burning wildly. As long as we kill the Silver Masked Demon Emperor, we'll be able to obtain all its secrets and make all of us stronger. White Bone Demon Emperor, Howl Demon Emperor, you're not willing to be at the bottom of the demon realm forever, right? You're also eager to mutate and enjoy the treatment of the nobles, aren't you? Kill the Silver Masked Demon Emperor and all your wishes will be fulfilled. Kill. Since things had come to this, the Howl Demon Emperor and the White Bone Demon Emperor had no other choice. There was only one way to go. Kill Xiao Han. Roar of the Demon Dragon. The first to attack was the Howl Demon Emperor. The demonic light between its eyebrows shone brightly. Suddenly, it opened its bloody mouth. Roar, a shrill roar resounded endlessly. A series of rapid, violent, turbulent and torrential ancient demon clan syllables, which contained sharp, demonic, evil and murderous intents, were all released from the Howl Demon Emperor's bloody mouth. It was as if millions of demons were roaring at the same time. Millions of demonic beasts were roaring at the same time. As the demonic roar echoed, dense demon clan runes appeared in the air. The demon mountains began to shatter and explode one by one. Moreover, as the sound waves exploded, a demonic wind rose from all directions. It could be clearly seen that ripples of the sound waves surged out from the Sound Howl Demon Emperor's bloody mouth. These sound waves quickly formed numerous solid demonic dragons. There were a total of 81 demonic dragons. Each of them was about 100 feet long, and they all had scales and horns. Like arrows piercing through the clouds, they all shot towards Xiao Han. The demonic dragons formed by the sound waves were like mountains, like iron hammers, smashing towards Xiao Han. Everything in their path was shattered into pieces, as if they were crushing dry weeds and smashing rotten wood, destroying everything in their path. White Bone Demon Claw. Immediately after, the White Bone Demon Emperor also brewed its strongest attack. All the demon power in its body was condensed into this attack. With a grasp of its right hand, the Demon Emperor crystal between its eyebrows emitted a demonic luster. In an instant, the White Bone Demon Emperor's right hand instantly turned into a huge White Bone Demon Claw. It instantly grabbed towards Xiao Han, who had transformed into an azure dragon. This White Bone Demon Claw was about a few acres in size. With a single claw, countless demonic auras descended from the sky. The surrounding void was like a piece of paper torn apart. Demonic roars rang out incessantly from all directions. As the White Bone Demon Claw grabbed, the space shattered and everything turned into smoke and dust. Netherworld Demonic Fire. The Flaming Demon Emperor also attacked. The Flaming Demon Emperor had awakened 99,990 demon meridians. Compared to Xiao Han, who had awakened 99,999 demon meridians, their demon power was almost on par. Boom! A large patch of pale demon fire was burning fiercely. The white flames covered the sky. Demon aura filled the air. It immediately engulfed Xiao Han, who had transformed into an azure dragon. As the demon fire burned, densely packed demon clan creatures appeared in the white demon fire. They opened their bloody mouths and gnawed on the huge body of the azure dragon. The bone-chilling cold flame was rare in the world. This kind of cold flame could invade one's body and destroy one's soul. It was extremely powerful. In just one move, Xiao Han had to face the fatal joint attack of 3 high-level demon emperors. Xiao Han did not retreat or evade. Indestructible golden body. All of a sudden, the surface of the primordial azure dragon's body suddenly emitted an indestructible divine light. The body of the azure dragon, which was hundreds of feet long, seemed to be stained with specks of starlight. It became dreamy, beautiful, and dazzling. It was like a primordial treasure body. The indestructible golden body was Xiao Han's ultimate defensive skill that he had cultivated for many years. Not only could it resist attacks, but it could also heal injuries and strengthen his defense. It was extremely abnormal. Now, after Xiao Han had transformed into an azure dragon, the indestructible golden body could also be strengthened. It made the azure dragon, which already had a strong defense, even more impregnable. With the azure dragon as the center, the golden light of the indestructible golden body spread out for hundreds of meters. Furthermore, within the layers of golden light, there were gorgeous gas and dust-like substances in the form of clouds and mist. The nebula changed. Rays of light lingered. Vortexes appeared everywhere. The aura of the entire azure dragon was really like the sun in the sky. On the basis that his demonic power was on par with the Green Dragon Demon Emperor, Xiao Han's physical strength surpassed that of the Green Dragon Demon Emperors. He also had the support of the indestructible golden body, which was an insane defensive technique. Therefore, the Green Dragon possession that Xiao Han executed was many times more powerful than the Green Dragon Demon Emperor's. First of all, the 81 sound wave demonic dragons unleashed by the Sound Howl Demon Emperor bombarded the surface of Xiao Han's primordial azure dragon. However, these sound wave demonic dragons began to fade after entering the flickering light of the indestructible golden body. Fade. Fade again. The 81 sound wave demonic dragons were originally more than 100 meters long. However, after being filtered by the light of the indestructible golden body, they were condensed to 23 meters long, and their power was greatly reduced. The demonic dragon roar of the Sound Roar Demon Emperor was a demonic technique that could kill with sound. It was very fatal to opponents with weak physical bodies as it could cut their brains and destroy their bodies. However, Xiao Han's mental strength was already extremely tough, and his will was as steady as a rock. In addition, his physical body was abnormally strong. Therefore, this demonic technique that could kill with sound would basically not cause any harm to Xiao Han. After being weakened by the light of the indestructible golden body, the 81 sound wave demonic dragons merely burst into a series of sparks on the dragon scales that covered the surface of the azure dragon's body before being annihilated. Insignificant skill. This demonic technique is really weak. Xiao Han let out a deep and ancient roar and quickly reached out with his dragon claws, grabbing the Sound Roar Demon Emperor and squeezing. The power of close to 100 million cauldrons almost instantly crushed the Sound Roar Demon Emperor into pieces, and its demonic body crumbled. At the same time, the White Bone Demon Emperor's White Bone Demon Claw also came down from the sky. Xiao Han raised his dragon claws and directly clashed with it. I like to fight head-on. This White Bone Demon Claw only has a few tens of millions cauldrons of strength. It's far weaker than my Azure Dragon physique. Break. Xiao Han used his dragon claws to collide with the White Bone Demon Claw. The huge White Bone Demon Claw instantly crumbled into pieces and scattered all over the sky. Die. In the blink of an eye, Xiao Han's dragon claws slammed. A large area of the void condensed and collapsed. The White Bone Demon Emperor was smashed into pieces. Its demonic body turned into countless pieces of flesh and blood, wriggling in all directions and letting out miserable demonic cries. The White Bone Demon Emperor crystal was smashed and densely packed cracks appeared on it. Boom, 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 the netherworld demonic fire, the peerless cold flame, split the sky and covered the earth. It wrapped around the azure dragon and kept burning. The huge white cold flame first fought with the light of the indestructible golden body. The golden light and the white flame fought and entangled. More than half of the white flame was blocked and consumed by the indestructible golden body. As a result, the demonic fire cold flame that could really burn the azure dragon's body was extremely limited. Moreover, the azure dragon's dragon scales were also known for their abnormal defensive power. When the netherworld demonic fire burned, it almost only destroyed a small part of the scales on the surface of the azure dragon's body. It could not shake the azure dragon's foundation. You jumped the most. You should die too. The azure dragon could only possess the body for 10 breaths. Xiao Han did not dare to be negligent. He directly grabbed the Flame Demon Emperor and grabbed him. He was tightly held in the dragon claws. Roar! The Flame Demon Emperor let out a painful and desperate demonic howl. Silver Masked Demon Emperor. You're amazing. I admit defeat. It's a big mistake for us to fall out with you. Okay. Don't kill me. I know I'm wrong. Don't worry, I'm willing to use a lot of treasures to redeem my life. Let me go, I'll take you to the place where I hide my treasures. Moreover, I can also treat you to a feast. I've imprisoned many human girls and boys. They're very smooth and their brains are very sweet. I'll treat you to a feast. No. Don't kill me. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, I can be your slave. You're already invincible among the high-level demon emperors. Unless it's a mutated demon emperor, it's impossible to defeat you. I, the Flame Demon Emperor, am willing to be your slave. You can't kill me, Silver Masked Demon Emperor. I have some relations with a great demon emperor. If you dare to kill me, you'll die. Poochie. Xiao Han squeezed and crushed the flaming demon emperor into pieces. 10 breaths later, the battle ended. Xiao Han transformed from the azure dragon to his human form. He was also exhausted. He first sat cross-legged and recuperated for a while to recover some of his strength. Then he used the Heavenly Desolation Demon Fruit to replenish all the demonic power that he had lost. Finally, Xiao Han cleaned up the mess. He threw all the corpses of the 3 high-level demon emperors into his storage ring. Well, I've obtained another 3 demon emperor crystals. Xiao Han weighed the beautiful flame demon emperor crystal, the sound demon emperor crystal and the white bone demon emperor crystal. These 3 demon emperor crystals were damaged in the battle just now and there were cracks on them. However, Xiao Han's left demon emperor palm could automatically repair itself when he refined these demon emperor crystals. Xiao Han didn't have to worry about that. However, Xiao Han was suffering from not being able to refine these demon emperor crystals. Together with the evil wind demon emperor crystal and the meteorite demon emperor crystal, I have a total of 5 demon emperor crystals now, but I can't refine them for the time being. TSK. If I can refine all 5 demon emperor crystals and embed them on my left demon emperor palm, I'll be able to perfectly master 10 demonic techniques. That'll be awesome. However, the key problem now is how to awaken the 100,000th demon vein. Once I cross this hurdle, I'll probably be able to refine the 5 demon emperor crystals in my hand. Xiao Han paced for a while and looked at the end of the demon mountains. That's where the demon metropolis is. At this moment, Xiao Han's eyes were filled with a trace of fanaticism and determination. The demon metropolis. Then I'll set off for the demon metropolis now. I'll get the life-saving antidote for Yunrong. I'm afraid I'll find the answer to awaken the 100,000th demon vein in the demon metropolis. The demon metropolis is the nest of the demon race. The great traitor of the human race, Yan Lang, is also in the demon metropolis. Will it be a good or bad thing for me, Xiao Han, to enter the demon metropolis? Will there be a fortuitous encounter or danger? Forget it. I'll know when I get there. Xiao Han put all the demon emperor crystals in his hand into the storage ring. Then, he adjusted the silver mask on his face and strode towards the demon metropolis. Chapter 315. Xiao Han had killed 7 demon emperors. Well, to be precise, Xiao Han had killed 6 demon emperors. The last one was killed by the lunatic Shengguan Wudi. Then he crossed the mountains and headed for the demon metropolis. He was also nervous. The demon metropolis was a place where thousands of demons gathered. It was the birthplace and lair of the demons in the human world. As a human, Xiao Han had entered the lair of the demon race. The level of danger was indescribable. Moreover, there were many abnormal demon emperors and demon emperors in the demon metropolis. It was impossible for Xiao Han not to worry. If the demons found out his identity, he would die without knowing how. I should be fine, right? Xiao Han kept comforting and encouraging himself. I had a close contact with 7 high-level demon emperors, including the flame demon emperor. They were very wary of me, but they still didn't find out that I was a human in disguise. Until they died, they still believed that I was one of them. Right. And Shengguan Wudi, that lunatic, he's one of the most powerful men in the human race. Even though he's been tortured by the demonic qi, he's still experienced. In his life he's killed countless beasts and has seen a lot of things. He didn't doubt my identity at all, and assumed that I'm a young demon emperor. Damn it, even Shengguan Wudi, a powerful human figure, couldn't see through my identity. What should I worry about? With this thought in mind, Xiao Han let out a sigh of relief in his heart. His tightened heartstrings also relaxed a little. However, when he thought of Shengguan Wudi, Xiao Han clenched his teeth in hatred. That lunatic. He had just broken free from the cage and rushed to the demon metropolis to die. Damn it. It's fine if he dies, but it's a pity that his high-grade demonic qi, a supreme tonic, has passed by this young master just like that. This young master only got a little bit of benefit from it. Xiao Han hurried on his way. After one day and one night, along the way the demon qi became more and more intense. Mysterious and ancient pressure radiated from the front like a mountain, giving Xiao Han a feeling of surging waves and murderous intent. He looked up and saw many demonic runes at the end of the sky. Demonic light and light intertwined. Vaguely, there seemed to be a strange sound of thousands of demons praying. Wung wung wung. At this moment, the demon egg in Xiao Han's heart spun violently and sent out a vague thought. Xiao Han could not accurately grasp the meaning of this thought, but there was no doubt that it was a state of extreme excitement and excitement. The demon egg is getting excited. Xiao Han's heart sank. But soon, the demon egg turned into dust and was hidden deep within the core of Xiao Han's heart. Xiao Han gathered all of his true qi into a ball in a hurry. He circulated the various techniques of the spirit turtle's true qi and firmly sealed up his heart. Xiao Han took a deep breath and continued on his way. Finally, after crossing over the most majestic demon mountain, a huge city appeared at the end of Xiao Han's vision. The scale of this city was many times more prosperous than the countless prosperous cities in the 4 regions of the human race. It was even comparable to the atmosphere of the Devil Hero region. Demon Metropolis could compete with the Wuxia region. The aura of a foreign civilization rushed over. Xiao Han stood at the foot of the mountain in a daze and looked at the city in a daze. Demon Metropolis. I, Xiao Han, a human, have finally arrived at the Demon Metropolis. For some reason, Xiao Han's mouth was dry and his mind was blank for a short period of time. Xiao Han knew very well that what he was facing now was not just a dignified capital of the demon race that had stood for hundreds of millions of years. He was facing a race. This demon metropolis was divided into 3 layers. The lowest layer had the least demonic aura. There were mansions and streets built in the same style as the buildings of the human race and the layout of the city. In addition, there were many paradises born in it. There were also many commercial areas which were bustling with traffic. It was actually like the human world with a strong trade. Moreover, under the first layer, there was a terrifying energy fluctuation. Xiao Han released a slight spiritual wave and scanned it. He could almost see that deep underground was a sea of magma and fire. It was a land of purgatory. Moreover, there were also space-time storms brewing, and the environment was very harsh. The most shocking thing was that in this sea of purgatory fire and space-time storms, there were formations set up one after another, causing all the magma, flames, and storms to form the shape of dragons, tigers, and humans. As long as the formation was activated, it would form a terrifying attack. Xiao Han secretly clicked his tongue. Amazing, amazing. This demon metropolis is built on an endless sea of magma and fire, as well as a space-time storm. There are many terrifying formations underground. If the human clan's Wuxia troops rashly attack the demon metropolis, they will definitely be attacked by these formations, and they may suffer heavy casualties. Some of the spell formations made me feel like even ancient giants could be easily killed by them. Of course, the Wuxia pagoda of our human race must also be heavily guarded and set up many killing formations. Xiao Han continued to observe. The density of the demonic aura in the second level of the demon metropolis was many times higher than that of the first level. Seriously speaking, the second layer was a hazy space filled with sufficient demonic aura. Wisps of demonic mist lingered, and some huge cave abodes could be vaguely seen. The third layer of the demon metropolis. It could only be described as mysterious because Xiao Han couldn't see through it at all. Moreover, Xiao Han felt that the third layer of the demon metropolis seemed to be in another space. However, Xiao Han was very sure that the third layer of the demon metropolis was occupied by great demons that were comparable to ancient giants of the human race. Outside the first layer of the demon metropolis, there was an ancient teleportation array that covered an area of 100 acres. Streams of spatial power flashed, and humanoid creatures kept walking out of the teleportation array. Almost all of these humanoid creatures were demons. Most of them were wearing human skin. Xiao Han took a quick look and saw demons dressed like rich young masters, demons dressed like ordinary farmers, and demons dressed like emperors in the human world. There were also beautiful and seductive women. There were men and women, old and young, and all kinds of men and women. Xiao Han clicked his tongue in amazement. Xiao Han opened the demonic eye between his eyebrows and found that some of the demons walking out of the teleportation array were demon generals, low-level demon emperors, and mid-level demon emperors. The number of high-level demon emperors was relatively small. However, Xiao Han didn't find the existence of mutated demon emperors. Suddenly, Xiao Han saw a few high-level demon emperors disguised as dignified middle-aged human men, leading a dense group of demon generals, escorting a large group of humans into the first layer of the demon metropolis. Most of the humans being escorted were physical body realm martial artists, and there were also some true chi realm martial artists. Among them, there were even a few existences at the 5th level of true chi. All of their faces were blank, their eyes were empty, and they walked numbly like puppets. It's the humans captured by the demon race. They want to bring these humans into the demon metropolis. Xiao Han's heart tightened. Damn it. After these humans were captured, there was probably only one result: to be eaten. Xiao Han's heart surged with a kind of indignation, and he couldn't wait to immediately rush up, kill the demon race and rescue his own kind. But very quickly he put away such thoughts. Xiao Han deeply knew that now, if he acted rashly, he would directly die, and not even a piece of him would be left. It turns out that there is also a teleportation formation outside the demon metropolis, which can allow the demon race scattered throughout the human world to teleport back to the demon metropolis without passing through the human fortress. Xiao Han changed his thoughts. Forget it. Since I'm already here, I'll just take things as they come. Since I'm already here, I'll just sneak into the demon metropolis first. Xiao Han tidied up the silver mask on his face and quietly walked towards the city gate of the first layer of the demon metropolis. Soon, Xiao Han walked near the huge teleportation formation, mixed in with the countless demon race that walked out of the teleportation formation, and then walked towards the city gate at a moderate speed. Oh! All of a sudden, some of the demon race that walked around Xiao Han cast curious gazes at him. Damn it, all of them are demon race and the number of high-level demon emperors is not small. This young master's identity, don't let it be seen through. Although he had already figured out some of the key points and knew that his true identity would not be seen through, but now that he suddenly faced thousands of demon race, Xiao Han's heart was a little drumming. Fortunately, most of the demon race that looked at Xiao Han only glanced at him hurriedly, and then quickly looked away. At this moment, on the left of Xiao Han, a dignified young man in a light yellow robe, holding a folding fan, took a deep look at Xiao Han and slightly frowned. He gently waved the folding fan in his hand a few times, and a strong trace of curiosity flashed across his eyes. Unexpectedly, he went straight to Xiao Han. "Oh, this demon emperor, how should I address you?" That young man was naturally also a demon race, but after disguising himself as a human, he spoke in an elegant manner and his words were meaningful. His bearing was extraordinary, and he had the demeanor of a big shot of the human race. Behind him, there were hundreds of demon generals in black armor. "I'm the silver-masked demon emperor," Xiao Han responded. A demonic light flickered between his eyebrows, and he saw through the young man's body. Inside the young man's body, there was a total of 99,999 demonic meridians, which were like rivers and oceans. An enormous demonic chi was surging, nourishing a huge demonic emperor crystal. The size of this demon emperor crystal was much larger than the azure dragon demon emperor crystal and the blazing flame demon emperor crystal. Xiao Han knew that the larger the demon emperor crystal, the more powerful the natal demon technique of the demon race was. "So it's the silver-masked demon emperor. No wonder you're wearing an ancient silver mask." The young man smiled lightly and said, "I'm the black-yellow demon emperor and I've always been in the East region. This body of mine was taken from a top disciple in the true energy realm of a major human sect in the East region." The black-yellow demon emperor revealed his identity as soon as he came up. Although he seemed to be amiable, in fact he was trying to probe Xiao Han's background. Xiao Han said calmly, "I wander in the depths of the great wilderness all year round, and rarely appear in the 4 regions of the human race. This body of mine was taken from the royal prince of an ancient country in the great wilderness." An obscure luster flashed across the eyes of the black-yellow demon emperor. He nodded and smiled and looked deeply at Xiao Han. "Silver-masked demon emperor, I don't think you came here through the teleportation formation. Did you barge into the human fortress?" "Ha ha ha." Xiao Han laughed. "Barge into the human fortress? That's impossible. In the human fortress, there are demon heroes guarding it and I can't barge in. I also came here through the teleportation formation. However, I came here 3 days ago and then went to the demon mountain and wandered around for a few days. I only officially entered the demon capital today." "I see. Ah. Silver-masked demon emperor, why don't we enter the demon capital together? I don't know why, but I feel like I'm fated to meet you." The black-yellow demon emperor invited him. Xiao Han smiled non-committally and walked in the direction of the city gate. The black-yellow demon emperor also took a step forward and walked beside Xiao Han. "Next month is Master Yanlang's birthday. Recently, countless demons from the 4 regions of the human race and the great wilderness have been teleported back to the demon capital to celebrate Master Yanlang's birthday. In fact, everyone wants to please Master Yanlang and get precious medicine from him. Silver-masked demon emperor, what about you? I also have an ordinary bloodline, and it's impossible for me to mutate. Therefore, I want to try my luck and get some opportunities from Master Yanlang," Xiao Han answered. "To be honest, this is my first time coming to the demon capital." "Oh? First time?" The black-yellow demon emperor was slightly surprised, and then his eyes rolled. "Silver-masked demon emperor, you must know nothing about the rules of the demon metropolis. Come, let's enter the demon metropolis first. Then we'll find a place to rest. I'll tell you about the rules of the demon metropolis and about Master Yanlang's birthday banquet. By the way, silver-masked demon emperor, I'm afraid you don't know that it's impossible for ordinary demon emperors like us to meet Master Yanlang. However, this time I've befriended a few mutated demon emperors who work for Master Yanlang. I might be able to make some connections and give Master Yanlang a birthday gift in advance. This is a rare opportunity. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, do you understand what I mean? Chapter 316. Nobody knew where this dark yellow demon emperor came from, but his demonic power was strong and he had awakened 99,999 demonic meridians in his body. He was at the peak of the ordinary high-level demon emperor and was only one step away from awakening 100,000 demonic meridians. Once he awakened 100,000 demonic meridians, he would become a mutated demon emperor. His life level would undergo a metamorphosis and he would become a true aristocrat of the demon clan. Now, the black-yellow demon emperor had taken the initiative to invite Xiao Han. ZBZ. Xiao Han was not a greenhorn either. He could tell that the black-yellow demon emperor was definitely coveting something from him. Perhaps the demon egg in the heart had aroused the black-yellow demon emperor's suspicions. Although the demon egg had already shrunk to the size of a speck of dust, deeply hidden in the core of Xiao Han's heart, it was as still as water. Moreover, Xiao Han had used all of his spirit turtle true chi to wrap around his heart, concealing 99% of the demon egg's presence. However, a sliver of it still leaked out, enough to pique the interest of powerful demons. However, it was Xiao Han's first time coming to the demon metropolis, so he was completely clueless about the rules. If there was such an experienced demon clan that could occasionally give Xiao Han some pointers, it would save Xiao Han the trouble of breaking any taboos. Heh, you have the demonic strength of an ordinary peak stage high-level demon sovereign. I have also awakened 99,999 demonic veins. We are about the same. Furthermore, I've mastered 5 demonic skills. If you want to make things difficult for me, I might not be afraid of you. Xiao Han laughed coldly in his heart. In that case, I'll follow the black-yellow demon monarch all the way into the demon metropolis. I'll have to trouble your excellency black-yellow demon monarch to tell me about the rules of the demon metropolis. Ha ha ha. Xiao Han pretended to be careless and laughed out loud. However, he secretly licked his lips and thought to himself, the Demon Emperor crystal of the dark yellow demon emperor, regardless of its size, is of the highest grade. It's considered rare in the realm of ordinary high-level demon emperors. If I can get it and refine it for my own use, it'll be like adding wings to a tiger. However, the most important thing now is to awaken the 100,000th demon vein. Otherwise, don't even think about it. Hearing that Xiao Han had agreed to his invitation, the black-yellow demon emperor's eyes flashed with a sinister smile, and he let out a hearty laugh. Well said, well said. After saying that, the black-yellow demon monarch led Xiao Han into the city gate as the host. Silver Masked Demon Monarch, I often return to the demon metropolis. I know the situation in the first level of the demon metropolis like the back of my hand. Moreover, I have a good relationship with a few mutated demon monarchs in the second level. Ha ha ha. A large group of demon generals, clad in black armors and with sharp bone spikes growing out of their joints, followed closely behind them without saying a word. There were no demons guarding the city gates, so any demon that wanted to enter the city could enter unimpeded. However, when Xiao Han entered the city, he saw that above the city gate, there were some simple and unadorned formations inlaid on the city walls. At the center of the formation, there was a demonic eyeball, emitting a ghostly light, cold and sharp, shining on the bodies of the demon clan members entering the city. Shio. A ray of light also quickly shot into Xiao Han's body. Xiao Han's heart tightened. However, as soon as the ray of light entered his body, it merged with the rampaging demonic chi in Xiao Han's body, and nothing abnormal happened. Oh, this demon eye formation seems to have the same effect as the demon-revealing mirror of the human clan. Fortunately, all the true acupoints in my body have been filled with demonic chi. Otherwise, I would have been discovered just now. Xiao Han nodded secretly. Finally, Xiao Han passed through the city gate and entered the first level of the demon metropolis. In the city, the streets, alleys, mansions and restaurants were bustling with demons, and it was extremely lively. Xiao Han was like Granny Lu entering the Grand View Garden, looking around. He saw that the demon generals and low-level demon monarchs walking on the streets were all hugging their backs and walking with their heads lowered, looking very afraid. Only the middle-level demon monarchs walked more naturally. There were relatively fewer high-level demon monarchs and they looked the calmest. Silver Masked Demon Monarch, in the demon metropolis, only those who have reached the realm of high-level demon monarchs have a little bit of status. However, their status is not high, and they are equivalent to the local tycoons of the human clan. Only mutated demon monarchs whose bloodline has mutated can be considered to be proud in the demon metropolis. However, all mutated demon monarchs live on the second level of the demon metropolis. They will only come to the first level occasionally when they are extremely bored, the black-yellow demon monarch introduced with a smile along the way. After that, it sighed. Every time a mutated demon monarch comes to the first level, it will cause chaos. When they are in a bad mood, it is not impossible for them to kill a few demon monarchs. In fact, every time I come to the demon metropolis, I'm a little worried. I'm afraid of offending a certain mutated demon sovereign. However, in recent years I've been trying to curry favor with a few mutated demon sovereigns. Only then did I feel a little better. However, it doesn't matter. My realm has already reached the peak of an ordinary high-level demon monarch. Taking advantage of the birthday celebration of Master Yen Lang, I might be able to get a chance to mutate. By then, my status in the demon metropolis will be different, and I can enter the second level and have my own cave abode. As he spoke, the black-yellow demon monarch's eyes were also full of fascination. Mutated demon monarchs come down from the second level and casually kill non-mutated demons? Xiao Han was stunned. Silver-masked demon monarch, in the world of demons the strong are respected, and it is only right for the strong to bully the weak. Isn't this a very normal thing? The black-yellow demon monarch looked at Xiao Han in confusion. I came from a remote place and have never been to the demon metropolis before. There are many things that I don't know, Xiao Han said with a self-deprecating smile. The demon generals walking behind the black-yellow demon monarch all revealed a mocking expression. The black-yellow demon monarch frowned and glanced at Xiao Han before smiling faintly. Silver-masked demon monarch, don't worry. Master Yen Lang's birthday celebration is next month. This is a big event for the entire demon race to celebrate. During this period, the few great emperors have already given strict orders that the entire demon metropolis is strictly prohibited from killing so that Master Yen Lang's mood will not be ruined. This is a joyous day, and even the most arrogant mutated demon monarch will restrain himself. In the entire demon race, there are only a few who dare to offend Master Yen Lang. In addition, now that silver-masked demon monarch and I are partners, ordinary mutated demon monarchs will not provoke you. The black-yellow demon monarch had an expression that said, "There's a demon above me." That's good, that's good. Xiao Han said submissively. During this period of time, the entire demon metropolis will be fasting. The black-yellow demon monarch smiled. Fasting? Xiao Han was stunned again. Yes, during this period of time, we won't eat humans. The black-yellow demon monarch shook his head and laughed. Initially, I wanted to invite the silver-masked demon monarch to taste a few true Qi realm humans, but now it seems, if the silver-masked demon monarch is interested, why don't we sneak out of the demon metropolis to eat them? Have you eaten the silver-masked demon monarch who is at the 5th stage of the true Qi realm? The brain juice is very delicious. It has a natural fragrance. As he spoke, the black-yellow demon monarch couldn't help but gulp down a few mouthfuls of saliva. The many demon generals behind him were drooling with desire. Xiao Han shuddered and hurriedly asked, I've eaten quite a few true Qi realm humans. I've eaten true Qi realm humans too. Forget it, let's abide by the rules of the demon metropolis. Fasting. Ha 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 ha. The black-yellow demon monarch burst into laughter. Silver-masked demon monarch, you really follow the rules? Alright, I'll do as you said and fast. This is also a form of respect for Master Yen Lang. At this moment, the black-yellow demon monarch's laughter stopped abruptly. Hong Long. Suddenly, a majestic demonic force descended from the sky. To be precise, it descended directly from the second level of the demon metropolis. All of a sudden, the demonic chi that was as ferocious as a hurricane shot out in all directions, sending sand and stones flying. Wherever the demonic chi reached, the densely packed demons on the street were all blown away. Even some high-level demon emperors with extraordinary demonic chi were blown away. Amidst the layers of demonic wind, a tall figure appeared. He was dressed like a middle-aged man with a golden crown on his head and a jade-colored long robe on his body. He looked down on the world. His eyes were like two boundlessly deep seas. The most peculiar thing was that behind his head, there were a few ripple-like golden halos. In each layer of golden halos, there were floating and sinking demon runes. When these golden halos moved slightly, there would be a loud rumble and demonic aura soaring. It's a Lord-mutated demon monarch. The demons who were blown away in all directions got up and trembled in fear. They didn't dare to say anything, let alone escape. They just stood at the side with their hands down looking lost. Silver masked demon monarch. Hurry up and lower your head. Don't look at it. It's a mutated demon monarch. If he's unhappy, although he won't kill us, he can torture us to his heart's content. The black-yellow demon sovereign looked horrified and hurriedly pulled Xiaohan away before lowering his head. Under the aura field emitted by the mutated demon sovereign from afar, the black-yellow demon sovereign felt an almost instinctive fear. This fear originated from the genes of the bloodline and the lowliness of life. It was like a mouse encountering a fierce cat. However, Xiaohan had the protection of the demon egg. He was actually not affected by the demonic qi emitted by the mutated demon monarch at all. However, he still pretended to lower his head. The moment he lowered his head, a demonic light flashed between Xiaohan's eyebrows. He saw that in the body of the mutated demon monarch, there were densely packed demonic veins crisscrossing like evil dragons. There were as many as 280,000 demonic veins. Moreover, each of the demonic veins in its body was golden and glittering. There were extremely high-quality demonic light and red clouds lingering around them, emitting an unpredictable aura. Moreover, Xiaohan found that each of the demonic veins of this mutated demon monarch was several times thicker than those of ordinary high-level demon monarchs. The amount of demonic power it could contain was several times more. Between the densely packed thick demonic veins, there were a total of 4 demon emperor crystals embedded in them, which were as bright as stars. Impressive. It has awakened 280,000 demonic veins. When I participated in the Heretic Hero trial, I heard from the examiner, Qin Shifeng, that the mutated demon monarch was divided into the first mutation, the second mutation, and the ultimate mutation. This guy in front of me has awakened 280,000 demonic veins. He is one of the best among the first mutation demon monarchs. The capacity of each demonic vein is several times that of an ordinary demon monarch. Moreover, he has produced 4 demon emperor crystals. Even Li Fanming would be tortured to death if he fought with such a character one-on-one. Xiaohan also knew how powerful it was. It was no wonder that many human heroes claimed that each mutated demon monarch was no less than a disaster to the human race. Xiaohan quickly lowered his head and pretended to shiver. Umph. The mutated demon monarch glanced around coldly. Immediately, all the demons on the long street quietened down. They did not even dare to breathe loudly. The scene was so quiet that one could hear a pin drop. They were afraid that the mutated demon monarch would rush up and torture anyone it disliked. What was majesty? That was majesty. Whoosh, the mutated demon monarch glanced around coldly and then turned into a demonic light, flashing out of the demon metropolis. Damn it. Fortunately, this guy didn't notice me. Xiaohan secretly broke out in a cold sweat. If he encountered a mutated demon monarch now, he would definitely be in trouble. Phew, alright, it's alright now. The black-yellow demon monarch wiped the cold sweat off his forehead. Let's go, silver-masked demon monarch. Let's find a place to eat. Seeing that Xiaohan was still lowering his head and trembling all over, the black-yellow demon monarch smiled and said, "It's alright now. The mutated demon monarch has already left the city. Silver-masked demon monarch, don't be too nervous and afraid. I can see that you've also reached the critical point of an ordinary high-level demon monarch. The number of demonic meridians that we've awakened is the same. Both of us are qualified to mutate. Generally speaking, Master Yen Lang chooses ordinary high-level demon monarchs to cultivate and mutate them. He usually chooses demon monarchs of our level. Well, silver-masked demon monarch, don't belittle yourself. If we can be cultivated by Master Yen Lang this time, we'll also become mutated demon monarchs. By then, we won't have to be afraid of those mutated demon monarchs anymore." As he spoke, the silver-masked demon monarch had already brought Xiaohan into a large restaurant. Damn it. I really have to think of a way to mutate the palm of the demon monarch in my left arm. Otherwise, with my current demonic strength, I'll just be cannon fodder in the entire demon metropolis. Xiaohan was a little anxious. How to mutate? Do I have to rely on Yen Lang's precious medicine? Damn it. Shangguan Wudi barged into the demon metropolis. How is he now? If I can find Shangguan Wudi and absorb his high-level demonic qi, that would be great. Xiaohan thought to himself. He wanted to find the demons in the demon metropolis to ask about Shangguan Wudi. In the restaurant, the black-yellow demon monarch booked a private room and sat with Xiaohan by the window. The table was filled with all kinds of food made with heavenly desolate demon fruit as ingredients. Heavenly desolate demon fruit soup, demon rhinoceros stir-fried heavenly desolate demon fruit, demon alligator braised heavenly desolate demon fruit, A demon general who was serving the dishes entered the private room obediently. He placed a pot of heavenly desolate demon fruit stewed with a demon chicken on the table and was about to leave. Wait. Xiao Han stopped the demon general. Lord Demon Monarch Yu? The demon general stammered. Don't be nervous. I just want to ask about something, Xiao Han said calmly. I heard that a few days ago, there was an ancient giant of the human race who lost his mind and broke into the demon metropolis. Now, where is this ancient giant of the human race? Has he been killed? Chapter 317. Xiao Han couldn't help but ask a demon general about Shangguan Wudi. My lord, this. The demon general paused for a moment, his eyes filled with confusion and helplessness. Lord Demon King, this, you must be joking, right? The demon metropolis is the foundation of the demon race. It's impossible for humans to invade the demon metropolis for hundreds of millions of years. An ancient giant? Yes, many years ago, an ancient giant on the demon hero ranking of the human race sneaked into the demon metropolis and attempted to assassinate Master Yen Lang. However, his identity was exposed as soon as he entered the demon metropolis. He was suppressed by a few great sovereigns and then his brain was devoured by thousands of demons. TSK. It said that the ancient giant of the human race screamed for 7 days and 7 nights before he died. So, from now on, there won't be any ancient giant of the human race who would be stupid enough to come to the demon metropolis to cause trouble. I'll eat every human that comes. The demon general showed a complacent and proud expression as he spoke. Oh, no. Xiao Han was puzzled. He remembered very clearly that when he tore apart all the runes on Shangguan Wudi's seal, Shangguan Wudi was freed and this lunatic flew straight to the demon metropolis. However, Xiao Han couldn't find any news about Shangguan Wudi. As long as Shangguan Wudi entered the demon metropolis, he would definitely cause a huge commotion. It was impossible for any demon in the demon metropolis not to know about it. Xiao Han observed the demon general's expression and it was obvious that it wasn't lying. Well, I'm just asking casually. That's all. Xiao Han nodded slightly and the demon general retreated. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, you probably got the wrong information. The black-yellow demon emperor shook his head and laughed. It's impossible for us demons to sneak into the demon hero domain of the human race. Similarly, it's impossible for humans to sneak into our demon metropolis. Maybe I heard it wrong. Xiao Han nodded, but his heart was filled with doubts. Strange, Shangguan Wudi actually disappeared just like that? Or was he killed by the great sovereign of the demon race before he entered the demon metropolis? What a pity. Alright, Silver Masked Demon Emperor, let's eat. Use the black-yellow demon emperor called out. Emperor Xiao Han took off his silver mask and tasted the various dishes on the table that were cooked with heavenly desolate demonic fruits. Xiao Han could accept eating these things. It was better than eating people in front of him. Just thinking about it made him want to vomit. Chow, yes, Silver Masked Demon Emperor, the human shell that you have occupied is still quite young. It can be considered plump and handsome. Not bad, said the black-yellow demon emperor with a smile. Xiao Han was speechless. The meal was over. Silver Masked Demon Monarch, let's stay in this restaurant tonight, the black-yellow demon monarch said smugly after having his fill. Tomorrow, I'll visit a few mutated demon emperors. They are all working for Master Yen Lang. The Silver Masked Demon Emperor has a clear demarcation in the demon metropolis. It's impossible for ordinary high-level demon emperors like us who haven't mutated to enter the second layer of the demon metropolis. Is Master Yen Lang's residence on the second level of the demon metropolis? Xiao Han asked immediately. Yes. It said that Master Yen Lang has his own castle and herb fields on the second and third levels. He's sometimes on the second and third levels, but it's impossible for him to come to the first level. Moreover, we can't enter the second level, let alone the third level. Therefore, logically speaking, we will never be able to see Master Yen Lang, said the black-yellow demon emperor with a smile. Never be able to see Master Yen Lang? Xiao Han's heart tightened. Can't I see Master Yen Lang even if I give him a birthday gift on his birthday? Ha ha. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, you ha ha. You're really? A trace of mockery flashed across the black-yellow demon emperor's eyes. Silver Masked Demon Emperor, do you know how many demons in our world want to see Master Yen Lang? Today is Master Yen Lang's birthday. All the demon emperors in the world have returned to the demon metropolis with precious birthday gifts, all for the sake of a precious pill. People like you and I who have awakened 99,999 demon meridians and reached the peak of high-level demon emperors are as many as the hairs on a cow. If Master Yen Lang has to meet every demon emperor who comes to congratulate him personally and receive the gift, wouldn't he be exhausted? In fact, with Master Yen Lang's current status in the demon metropolis, he won't bother to meet high-level demon emperors like us. On the day of the birthday, we won't be able to see Master Yen Lang. In this life we won't be able to see him. Xiao Han also felt a sense of frustration. It wasn't easy for him to get through the fortress and sneak into the demon metropolis. Now he was told that he couldn't see Master Yen Lang. It was really frustrating. Suddenly the black-yellow demon emperor changed the topic. However, there are no absolutes in this world. Silver-masked demon emperor, I've said it before. I've schemed to get close to a few mutated demon emperors. They were all cultivated by Master Yen Lang and are loyal to him. They're also valued. I'll visit these few and smooth things over. Ah. You and I will have the chance to meet Master Yen Lang in private? Is that so? Xiao Han didn't completely believe the black-yellow demon emperor's words, but he pretended to be surprised. That's great. Thank you, black-yellow demon emperor. You're welcome. The black-yellow demon emperor stood up. Alright, silver-masked demon emperor, let's go and rest. Stay in this restaurant for the next few days. Don't run around, lest you provoke the mutated demon emperors who come down from the second level. I'll take the time to visit the mutated demon emperors around Master Yen Lang. Just wait for the good news. Okay. Thank you for your care, black-yellow demon emperor. Xiao Han thanked him repeatedly. Night. In the guest room of the restaurant, Xiao Han sat cross-legged on the bed. He looked out of the window. Swoosh, 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 rays of demonic light swept across the street downstairs, and the demonic chi was strong. Within a few hours, Xiao Han saw many high-level demon emperors passing by on the street. Just as the black-yellow demon emperor said, there were many peak demon emperors who had awakened 99,999 demon meridians. Boom, in the silent demonic night, a 7-colored rainbow flashed and disappeared. On the rainbow there were dozens of demon emperors. The leading man was wearing a yellow robe and had eagle-like eyes. One look and one could tell that he had an ambitious temperament. He had awakened 99,999 demon meridians in his body, and his demon emperor crystal was huge and bright like the stars in the sky. Dong, dong, dong. A bull-like demonic beast that looked like an ancient heavenly devil walked in the void. On the head of the bull, there was a young man in red sitting cross-legged. When he opened and closed his eyes, the sun and moon sank. Every move he made had the demonic aura of a god that had descended to the mortal world. He was also a great demon that had awakened 99,999 demon meridians. Ha ha ha. A long laugh sounded, and auspicious clouds rolled in the sky. Then from the auspicious clouds, a young man appeared. He was elegant and refined, and the wind and clouds surged as he walked in the air. He did not look like a demon, but more like a human expert that had cultivated true chi. However, Xiao Han glanced at him with his demonic eyes and saw that there were also 99,999 demon meridians in his body. The quality of the demon emperor crystal was even better than that of the black-yellow demon emperor. Xiao Han saw dozens of great demons that had a strong aura in the time it took for an incense stick to burn. It's really lively here. Xiao Han closed the window. As Yen Lang's birthday is approaching, there will be more and more great demons coming to the demon metropolis. It's really like thousands of demons coming to the capital. Xiao Han touched his nose. The more demons there are, the more disadvantageous it will be for my operation. The higher-ups of the Demon Hero Pagoda are really idiots. They didn't calculate this situation in advance. They naively thought that as long as they brought a birthday gift, they would be able to present it to Yen Lang in person. In this case, even though there are so many high-level demon emperors coming from all directions, I'm afraid that only a few of them can really meet Yen Lang. It seems that I have to adapt to the situation. I can't wait until the day of Yen Lang's birthday. Xiao Han lay on the bed and racked his brains to think. The black-yellow demon emperor is also extremely unreliable. He bragged that he could secretly contact me and meet Yen Lang in advance. I'm afraid that's not true. Moreover, that guy is eyeing me covetously. He doesn't have any good intentions. After entering the demon metropolis, Xiao Han indeed felt a hidden sense of danger. In another room of the restaurant, the black-yellow demon emperor and a few of his trusted demon generals gathered together and whispered to each other. Your Majesty, Why do you want to befriend the silver-masked demon emperor? That guy doesn't seem to know anything and is silly. He's a good-for-nothing, one of the demon generals murmured. The black-yellow demon emperor snorted coldly. At this moment, his face was distorted and his eyes were filled with ferocity. He seemed extremely evil. What do you know? The silver-masked demon emperor must have a great treasure of the demon race on him. It's a little attractive to me. I've sensed it since the moment he entered the city. However, I'm not sure what treasure it is now. After pausing for a moment, the black-yellow demon emperor's eyes revealed an extremely greedy look. Did you guys notice that guy's silver mask? This mask is very simple and unadorned. It seems to be an item of the aristocrats of the ancient demon race. The silver-masked demon emperor must be from a declining aristocrat. He might be the descendant of some great emperor. In that case, it's reasonable that he has a great treasure on him. In short, I've already set my eyes on the silver-masked demon emperor. I'm going to get all the secrets he has. I see. Your Majesty, you're really wise. That guy looks so unsophisticated and stupid. He must be at your mercy. One of the demon generals sucked up to the black-yellow demon emperor. By the way, Your Majesty, didn't you say that the mutated demon emperors around Master Yanlang aren't very close to you? Are you really going to visit them tomorrow? One of the demon generals asked doubtfully. I'm just bluffing the silver-masked demon emperor. Tomorrow I'll also pretend to go out. Keep an eye on the silver-masked demon emperor and don't let him leave this restaurant. Don't let the other demon emperors have their eyes on this fat piece of meat. I'll find a chance to trick him out of the demon capital and then take action. The black-yellow demon emperor's eyes were filled with thousands of plots and evil plans. A cold smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. You're tuning in to the Han Li's Wuxia Chronicles YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.